Hello, everybody, and welcome. Let me bring down this echo a little bit. Great to have you in here. Once again, thank you so much, folks. In that short time, we're already past what we were showing the whole time. We were almost 10 minutes in the introduction, so thank you. And we're sorry, but thank you so much for being there with us. You guys rock.
Thank you so much for staying with us, and welcome here. It is Tuesday. It is Tuesday Tech Talk. That's right, and that's your chance to ask the questions about our YouTube platform here. That's what we're going to be talking about.
You're not talking close enough to your mic, and I can't turn up the gain anymore. It's going to bust everybody's ears. You're going to talk right in the front of their clothes, just like I am right here. There you go.
Is that better now?
Yes, you're up in the yellows. Perfect. That's it. Great to have you all in here. Hope you're doing fantastic. Welcome. Once again, our apologies, and it's great to have you all in here. And it's going to be a great talk tonight, folks. It'll be worth the jumping over. Like I say, it's no fault of our own, nor do we wish it to be any part of yours, but thank you so much for helping us along on that. You guys are awesome. Great looking crowd in here. If you guys can hit the like button, though, because of that jump, it does make it hard with the algorithm to push us on this one. You guys can help us reverse that by just hitting the like button and tweeting it out. That makes a gigantic difference. So thank you so very much for doing that.
Let's start the day with something happy.
Oh, God.
For you, if you are new here, cover your ears.
I'm trying.
Super chat. Thank you so much to Jonathan Raspberry. Hey, you. Thank you so much for the first super chat of the night. And Jonathan is also our member, so thank you so much, Jonathan. Super chat. Thank you.
Oh, there. Well, okay, that one wasn't so bad. That was on the downward slope, so it wasn't too high. Thank you very much, Jonathan. Jonathan became a member as well the other night. Great to see you again, and thank you so much for kicking this off and your support. It is greatly appreciated. Hope you guys are all doing fantastic. Hope you guys are ready to have some fun, some great talk. Hope you guys brought your questions along with you, because we definitely want to get those in. We got a quick topic tonight. Very interesting one. And then we get to you guys' questions, you guys and gals. I hope you have the lots for them, because I like when you keep us busy. That's right. We all learn from each other, folks. That's what it's all about. So there is Brant Ariels back in the chat after his week in Cuba. Glad to have you back. Sorry you're missing the sun, but we're happy to have you here with us. So.
Yeah, suffer the snow with us.
Yes, that's right.
That's right, guys. Are you in a warm place? Are you in a cold place? It is raining today here in Montreal, and now it's even worse.
Well.
Hamilton Homegrown. Hello, how are you? And the Bob is here.
Hey, how are you? Welcome. Hope you're doing fantastic. Great to see you all. Lots of people in here. We got Wayne's Adventure in the house. Steele's in the house. Starling Insight is here, folks. Hamilton Homegrown. Holistic Living Down Under is in the house. Great to see you. Caffeine Queen is here, folks. All kinds of great channels. I'm just touching the surface, and many more to come. So don't move a muscle. Make sure you got drinks and snacks and all this stuff with you. It's going to be a great talk tonight. YouTubers helping YouTubers. Michigan Mud Digger, how are you? What's up with you? Hope you're doing fantastic. AIFG, how are you? Welcome. I still don't know if I'm calling you the proper way. There's so many ways to say things here on YouTube. I've pretty much fallen apart and forget now. We have Liquid Sunshine here. Well, that is awesome, Brant Ariel. That is awesome, Gary. That's the way to handle it. Drink responsibly. I have to say that. No, that's right. No.
It is raining here in Montreal right now, though, so you are lucky if you are not having any rain.
Yes, exactly.
Even a little bit of sunshine is good. And it was 55 in Maryland. I also heard that there was a tornado in Nashville.
That's crazy.
Yes, so I hope you're safe. I hope you are all right. We have some folks, creators there that we know in Nashville as well, and I wonder if Juliet have rethought them moving to Nashville now. Okay, we have Super Sticker Super Chat, Super Sticker Super Chat, Super Sticker Super Chat for Hamilton Homegrown. Thank you so much for that Super Sticker Super Chat. Thank you so much. And we have the Sneaky Fox who just got wrenched out.
There you go. Not sneaky on that one, and it's awesome to have you in here. Welcome, welcome, welcome to the pack. So yes, Hamilton Homegrown, thank you very much for the support, and a big, big welcome, folks. The Sneaky Fox, our first member of tonight. The memberships are growing like crazy.
Yeah.
New emoji coming. We're about to hit that threshold, folks. A couple more, and there'll be new emojis coming. So it's great to have you aboard. We're going to have a lot of fun here, folks. A lot of fun. The turnout already has been amazing. So many people have been becoming members. And that means all kinds of different perks, custom emojis, which you'll see flying by in the chat, private Facebook group, as well as some unlisted streams and all those things. And badges, of course, in front of your name, which will change color as you progress from new to first month, second month, 6th month, etc., etc., etc. So it's great to have you aboard. Thank you so much, Stinky Fox. You've been so good to us. And this is just a chance to really get to connect with you guys that much better. Thank you so much for becoming a member.
Thank you so much. That's right. You are our member number 70.
There we go, folks. We're getting close. Oh my God, and a super chat right after.
And a super chat to go with it. Well, thank you so much. Super sticker, super chat, super sticker, super chat, super sticker, super chat. Sneaky Fox. That's right. Click that like button and share it out. And we do appreciate that. Thank you so much, the Sneaky Fox, once again for joining us. Thank you so much. And TikTok videos on YouTube is already sporting all the new and previous custom emojis we have here for you if you're a member of our channel.
That's right. That's right. Was in very early. One of the first ones in here tonight said I had to come in just to play with the emojis. And it's awesome. Looking great. Looking fantastic. Phantom Flight 101. Herman, what is going on? Great to see you. I hope you're doing fantastic. Great drone guy. A great guy, folks. Herman is in the house. Phantom Flight 101. A pleasure to see you. Hello, chat from TikTok. Love the emojis. Love that you're running with them. And Jackie Hutter, our resident sweetie, is in the house. There she is, and she's sporting the emojis as well. The kisses and the beaver. There you go. There you go. I had a good laugh at the beaver one because I'm like, you know what? Some people are going to wear it right. Some are going to play with it, and we're just going to see where this all goes. So, and let's just say everybody's had a turn with it.
Super sticker, super chat, super sticker, super chat, super sticker, super chat. The Sneaky Fox. Hey, you. Thank you so much for that. Super sticker, super chat. Thank you so much for that. Super sticker, super chat. Thank you, the Sneaky Fox. Thank you.
Oh, thank you very much, the Sneaky Fox, to becoming a member and all the super chats and that. Like I say, you spoil us rotten. Thank you so very much. We do appreciate the support. You rock, my friend. TL Travel. Ooh, you guys are over here. I was so confused. Just chilling over on the old link all alone. Sorry about that. Yeah, we were getting, we're here. So, nonetheless, thank you so much for finding us. Really do appreciate it. Beyond the Veil Investigations, how are you? Great to see you. Hope you're doing fantastic. John Ames is in the house. How are you doing tonight? Hope all is well. There's Matt Cook, Oregon, folks. Matt Cook, Oregon is in the house. What's going on? As well as Daily Life with Bree is here. How are you tonight? Hope all is great. We have Kayla Madeline in the house, folks. Looking all around. Big bright eyes. Big bright eyes. That's right. Hope you're doing great. Hope you're doing great. Chucky, food reviews and more. What's going on? Great to see you. Hope you're doing fantastic. The last one made Andrew jump. Yeah. I'm glad you picked up on that.
The point is to do it when he doesn't notice it, so I notice it first. And if you can catch that, like super sticker, super chat, super sticker, super chat, super sticker, super chat, like this
she knows
one.
I got a headache.
Hamilton Homegrown, thank you so much for that super sticker, super chat. A banana super sticker, super chat. I'm gonna try to be a little bit more subtle.
No, she won't. It's all good. It's all good. I'm immune. I just got to catch my ears in time. I'm running with it. Mike Roach Media, how are you? Great to see you. And thank you, Hamilton, once again for the support and getting the wife all worked up. The Merchants, how are you? Hope you're doing fantastic. An American Explorer. Sherry, awesome. Sunset Travels is in the house. Hope you're doing fantastic. Great to see you. Great to see you. I had a great time last night talking to you live at Rogers. That was really fun. Yes, it was. It was really great to talk to you. Nice to see you enjoyed yourself. It was really nice to see you. Oh, yeah, that's right, because Xenia was on. I was just saying that I'm so used to you not being on. Rogers. Sorry, yeah, Xenia was on last night too, which is not that often. So.
Yeah, I happened to be on too. We just jumped on a little last part of the live stream, but I really enjoyed it, as always.
And the Weird Desk USA has eye sockets, folks.
Well, that's good to know.
There you go. That's always a good thing. How are you doing tonight? The Weird Desk US. Hope all is well with you, and take care of those eye sockets. They're really important. Mandy, Mixed Media Queen. Hey there. Hashtag best couple on YouTube. Oh, great to see you. Hope you're doing fantastic. Always a pleasure. As well as Buck Outdoors. How are you doing? Great to see you. Michael Lee Fines, who, if I remember right, became a member of our channel last night. If I remember. Was it last night?
I think it was before that.
It was before that. Okay, see, I don't have the best memory.
Hamilton Homegrown, thank you so much for that forest. That's right, you got to step out of the woods to see the trees. Thank you so much for reminding that. Hamilton Homegrown, trying out all the new super stickers I see. Thank you so much. I do appreciate that, trying it with us.
There you go. There you go. Oh, my God. Oh, hello, Pixel Master Pete Kira. How are you? Great to see you. Hope you're doing fantastic. I want to celebrate this. Sans the sticker, Pixel Master Kira, a fantastic super chat. See, I'm so used to calling them stickers at this point. I forget there's other kinds. Super chat. My mind has just forgotten about them. So thank you so much for it. Sans the sticker. Sans the sticker. I told you tonight I wasn't feeling the best. I wasn't lying.
Yeah,
thank you so much for it. Do appreciate it.
Andrew's a little bit under the weather today, but they're going to try to treat him nice today, guys. All together.
Yep. Yeah. That's a call if I ever heard one. Minion Moto, raise hell and eat cornbread. What's going on? How are you? Are you raising hell? Are you eating cornbread? How about trying the opposite? How about raise cornbread and eat hell?
Interesting.
It is. A new concept. That's right. A new change for 2020. Hope you're doing fantastic. Great to see you. Pixel Pia, what's going on? There she is. There she is. How are you doing? Great to see you.
Thank you so much to Mandy, Mixed Media Queen. Love that girl. Thank you so much for a little salt shaker on that wound, I assume. Thank you so much for that. Super chat. Thank you so much, Mandy.
Now, if you can talk like that in the microphone when you're not doing that so we can hear you, that would be awesome without having to blow up on the game.
My head is too big for this. It gets caught up in a microphone.
Oh, jeez.
That's the problem when it goes from up above.
Drone Kings in Darwin, how are you? Great to see you. No green wheel sticker. No green wheel sticker.
Yeah. I think we were talking about St. Patrick's Day coming up in March. Is that what you're talking about?
We have a St. Patrick's Day wheel already from last year.
Yeah.
It's sitting in the closet. That's right. Just gathering dust, waiting. We'll have to dust that out soon.
Don't make me give you multiple $1 super chats all night just to have her scream all night. Some people have tried doing that.
Yeah. Exactly. Lincoln Central Coins, how are you? Great to see you, buddy. Hope you're doing fantastic. Always great to have you in here. I hope you're doing good, bud. I hope all is well with you. Really great guy. Lots of great people in here, folks, already. Yes, we're not getting quite as much a push. We had to jump over because it looked like somebody's playing with our channel. What can we do? But we're here now with you, folks. That's the price we pay if we put it out early to notify you guys. Gives them more chance to set up to do that at the beginning. What can I say? We'll get through with it. Like children, they'll tire themselves out after a while, hopefully. But in the meantime, folks, if you could hit that like button, please. That really does help us out immensely, especially to counteract that. And if you can tweet it out or tell friends, all that stuff, that completely wipes out all that they've done. It makes such a big difference. So,
Super sticker. Thank you so much to the Sneaky Fox. That's right. Click that like button, share it out, share. And if you can retweet our tweet of the new live stream, thank you so much. I do appreciate that. And thank you to the Sneaky Fox. Thank you so much for that. Super chat. Thank you.
Do appreciate it. You're awesome. And once again, thank you for joining us tonight. Our memberships, that is awesome to have you aboard. We're now at 70 memberships and climbing, which is, I think, is pretty good for a week and a little bit.
Oh, yeah.
If I may say so myself.
Yeah, so like 12 days, I think we're into that. Yeah.
So it's coming along great. Steve the Technophile's in the house. How are you doing? Great to see you. Hope you're having a fantastic night. And we have Bucks Outdoors went fishing this morning. Well, that is awesome. Good stuff. Great to hear that.
That is awesome.
Great to hear that. I think it's good sun right now.
Good to see you. Your mommy needs some coffee. Thank you so much to our middle son for coffee. Raw Channel, hello. Starling Insight, thank you. Thank you so much. Do appreciate
That is
that.
so kind. That is so. That means a lot.
Subaru, Nerd, hello. Nerd Vapes, thank you so much for coming in here. Good to see you as well. The merchants joining us, a couple as well. Love couples.
That's
a
right.
little warm spot in our hearts for the couples. I don't know why. Chuck Food Reviews and more. Good to see you here as well. Gabalina joining us. Good to see you.
Great to see you all, folks. Hope you're doing fantastic. We're sitting at such a weird angle. I gotta sit back for a bit. There, my head looks like it's like 7 times the size of yours. It's freaking me out like that. What is she doing now?
Well, I'm getting closer.
Okay. No, I was
So
saying
my
I
head looks 7 times as well. Is that better? Is this as good? Is that good?
Well, no, it just looked like it was inflating by the second.
You know what we need? We need those crosses on the carpet. You know, a cross on a carpet, so we know where to put our chairs.
Yeah.
And we have
my God.
Mandy, mixed media queen, the talented artist, the super girl, the voice that puts me to sleep.
In a good way. In a good way.
She knows that. She knows that. Mandy, thank you so much. You just got wrenched up.
That's
Thank you.
right. Welcome our latest member. That's the second one already tonight, folks. Mandy, mixed media queen. Great to have you aboard. Hope you're doing fantastic. And thank you so much for becoming a member. It's an absolute pleasure to have you. And looking forward to lots of great things coming up. Thank you so very much.
And super sticker, super chat, super sticker, super chat, super sticker, super chat. Kayla Madeline, thank you. Hey, you, thank you so much for the super sticker, super chat. Thank you so much. Super sticker, super chat, super sticker, super chat. Thank you. Thank you.
She waited till my hand was on the mouse. She literally waited till
I
my hand was
actually
on the mouse.
didn't say it. I didn't say it. I must admit. Do members stay blue in the chat, or is everyone in gray new to the chat? Everyone new to the chat is gray. If you are a member, you are a green. If you don't have a wrench. Some people have prompted to be green instead of having a wrench because you can't see it on the desktop or Android. A green one only shows up on iOS. I don't know
So
why.
weird.
So if you do want to keep the green color instead of the blue one, you can let me know and I will take your wrench away, but I would rather not do it because it's safer with a wrench. Super sticker, super chat, super sticker, super chat, super sticker, super chat. Thank you so much. Thank you. Budget Bushcraft and RV Life. Thank you so much. It's time for coffee. I agree. Coffee is life. Coffee is our water and air. Thank you so much for the super sticker, super chat. Thank you so much. And Panic Day is in the house, and I wanted to let you know, yes, that link was wrong. We had to new link is up. New link is up.
That's right. Interference, third party. It looked like it was holding back the numbers like crazy, so we had to jump ship and start this one. So hence why we're here. Hence why you guys just keep hitting that like button and tweeting it out. That will help reverse all that garbage. The Happy Canadian is in the house. How are you? It's been a while. Hope all's fantastic with you. Great to see you. Great to see you. Pleasure to have you in, and hope all is good on your end. Eh? That's right. Because She Shed is in the house. How are you? Great to see you. Great to see you. Look what she got at the end. There you go.
Oh, squirrel. Yes. Because She Shed, we have our personalized squirrels here. Love that.
That's
Look
right.
at that squirrel. It's so cute.
You're so crazy.
So cute, so cute.
Nomad Unbroken Live has entered the building. How are you? Great to see you. Hope you're doing fantastic. Always a pleasure. And that's right, we have our squirrel. I get a kick out of is it View This? Is it View This? That's always saying no. Who is it always talking about the thing on its head?
I think it's Mike.
Mike, WTF
Yeah.
Mike, right. I put a bow onto it, but I made sure it was small enough to look like it got whacked over the head. So that's a little bit from me. So there you go. It's a dual purpose on that one. Quick draw in the house. How are you? Great to see you. What's up with students? Keep rocking. You as well. Hope you're doing fantastic. And welcome. Spider Gaming is in the house. How are you tonight? Hope you're all doing great. We're going to say a big hello to everybody in just a second. We're getting the numbers back up, folks. Yes, we had to jump the live stream and start a new one, interference, all that stuff. But nonetheless, we got lots of great channels in here. It's absolutely amazing to have you all. Mel C's Makeup and Style, how are you? Hope you're doing fantastic too. I think I've covered most people in here, but nonetheless, still give you guys a rockstar welcome to make sure we haven't missed anybody. Gigi's Recipes, hello, how are you? Welcome. It's great to have you in here. We got a great topic, folks, and then we're going to jump into you guys' questions. Xandy's going to copy them over, and we're going to discuss them all, and looking forward to it. Ornob, how are you? Great to see you. Hope you're doing fantastic. It's always been a great one. Happy Canadian right back at you. You live up to the name. You make us look proud. You're one hell of an ambassador for us.
Good to see you. Happy Canadian. How are you doing, by the way? Thank you. Thank you. And we have Gigi's Recipes joining us as well. Mom is a bomb. Hello. How are you doing? Welcome here. And if you're new here, don't worry. You're going to get your blue wrench here as well. It is not a status here. It is more like a philosophy. Everybody gets a blue wrench. We're all equal here no matter what the size of our channels or views are. We're all human beings after all. Taro with Tina Star, welcome back here. Thank you so much for joining us back and giving us another chance. Spider Gaming here as well. Andrew's going to do a roll call that we always do at the beginning of our show. And as he said, we're going to jump into that subject of ours of 74% of what we're going to be talking about later on. Melly Eats is here. Good to see you. My very first channel to be a member of, my favorite couple on YouTube. Thank you, Mandy.
We're honored. We're honored.
Thank you so much.
And we appreciate it, folks. Like I say, it adds security to our channel. This is a new level we're working towards. It gives us a chance to do more customizable things for people, do more of what we really like to do, and all that good stuff. And we're excited about it. It's really a new chapter for us, and it's been a long road and not always easy. And this just kind of solidifies more where we're going. So thank you so much for becoming a member. It's greatly appreciated.
Super Sticker Super Chat, Super Sticker Super Chat, Super Sticker Super Chat. Thank you so much for the Super Sticker Super Chat. The Sneaky Fox always remind you, click that like button and share it out. Thank you so much. Super Sticker Super Chat, Super Sticker Super Chat. Thank you so much. The Sneaky Fox. Thank you.
Living up to that name for sure. Thank you so much, Sneaky Fox. You, like I said, you spoil us over and over and over again. Thank you so much. The Happy Canadian. My daughters both say hello to you. Well, hi to them. Hope you girls are doing fantastic. They were on the show as well. Past guest of ours, the Happy Canadian. That's right, from a long time, first season.
Yeah.
Yep.
What's the weather up there? Because I mean, we are some weird weather. It's raining. It's raining all day.
Purgatory Paranormal of NY. It's fantastic to see you. Another great channel. Always a pleasure to have you in here. And Nomadic Van Man is in the house. Hope you're doing fantastic tonight. Great to see you. We got Partly Cloudy, 420. Great to see you. Hope you're doing amazing. And the Gambler After Dark's in the house. There's the man, winner, chicken dinner. Does this guy know his audience or what? I love what you're doing, buddy. You know how to do it and then some. Always a pleasure to listen in. How many scrolls would it take to move an elephant? Drone Kings and Darwin Oz. Oh, I can imagine.
Only one, a very smart one.
Yeah.
You know how? You show a mouse to an elephant. And you only need one squirrel for that.
There you go.
Yeah.
There you
go. Always have answer for anything.
That's right.
Any questions you have, we have answers.
Or the
here.
squirrel shows the elephants he's nuts and leads them away.
Yeah.
They love, peanuts, but they're not nuts nonetheless.
Well, and now we're not going to be surprised if we are yellow. Come on. Okay, my non-traditional life is here. Good to see you. Supernatural Lost Adventures, Partly Cloudy is here. The Gambler After Dark. Thank you so much, says a Gambler. Good to see you here as well. Jackson RC Aviation just coming in here as well. 4 degrees and rain all day in Fog as well. Well, quite the same as here. It was nice in the morning.
It was a little less overcast in the morning and stuff like that, but it was changing by early afternoon. We were getting your stuff. It's working its way down. Mudnut 59 is in the house. How are you? Great to see you. Hope you're doing fantastic. Always a pleasure. Always a pleasure. Diana Brienne Fairchild is in the house. Welcome back. Welcome back. Great to see you. Luckily not. Oh, you're talking to Pixel Pia. Alrighty. Good answer. You got me on that one. There you go. Which one? Huh? Both were fantastic answers, right?
Yes, they were.
Supernatural Lost Adventures. How are you? Yeah, welcome to the show. Welcome to the show. So many great folks in here. I think they've picked up a little bit where we are by the looks of the numbers, folks. So we're not going to restart one again. We're just going to ask you guys to keep hitting the like button and tweeting it out. It helps more than anybody interfering with our channel. It overrides it 10 times fold. So let me see how many times we can scare Andrew. Hello, you scared me enough. You don't have to. Thank you. Good God. Oh, my God. Maurice, how are you? Great to see you. Minotaur, what's going on? So many great folks. I think it's about time for a roll call in here. Doing great, Mudnut. I love that answer. I love when anybody can tell me that answer. That is good to hear. I'm glad you're doing great. Fantastic stuff. Jackson RC Aviation, how are you? Folks, one quick message. If you haven't heard yet, I'm sure a lot of you have by now, but this is still new to us. We're not even 2 weeks into it. We have memberships now. We have memberships. There you go. The link is there in the chat. We are doing fantastic with them, folks. We're getting close to 75 already. And you can also go over, here. There we go, here. And click that join button, and it will tell you about both packages. Hey, Callie, how are you? Great to see you. You get custom emojis. You get a badge in front of your name. We have a private Facebook group just for members. And there's going to be coming some unlisted streams. We might even turn on the camera by times just when we're doing thumbnails and stuff like that, or working on a page or images, and just kind of take questions, chat with you guys, some off the wall, just drop in with, just to have some fun.
Get ready with me, or I don't know, cooking something, whatever it takes, whatever it takes, whatever you want to have there. And by the way, our Facebook group, we already have started some really great conversations going on there. So if you're a member, check out our community posts only for members. You're going to see the Facebook link there. That is a private group only for members, and you can start chatting there as well. I love that. I love having conversation with you guys, a little bit more kind of one-on-one feel with you.
It gives us more chance to interact with you guys more one-on-one in a smaller group, a more intimate setting, I guess would be the proper term, and let us do a lot of things that are hard to do on YouTube without all the distractions sometimes that come on and all the interference that comes on sometimes. Just more of a fun, what YouTube used to feel like when it first started, I think, a little bit. So
yes.
Cannonball Repair, it's fantastic to see you. Great to see you, Chris. Hope you're doing fantastic. So we're only a couple more memberships away from getting to make some new emojis. So if you haven't checked it out, folks, there's the link. Go on over and check it out. We got a lot of great folks joined already and room for a ton more. It's going to be a lot of fun. So make sure to check that out. And I want to thank once again our first two to join tonight. We have the Sneaky Fox became a member, and Mandy Mixed Media Queen already tonight have just become members. And it's a pleasure to have you both along. And like I say, I know we're going to have a lot of fun. It's great to have you all in here, and I think it's time for some hellos. I think it's time to get that rockstar welcome going for all the amazing channels in here, folks. We're going to have a great talk. We're going to jump quickly into our subject. We'll just take a couple of minutes and then right into your questions. So let's crank up that echo like that. That sounds about rockstar. What do you think?
Yeah.
Hello, Cleveland. Cleveland. I could put on the echo as well, but that's all right. We'll just leave it like a big stage where there's so many in, you can't even see the crowd because they're all here to see you. And I want to welcome by welcoming all of our members first, and then we're going to get everybody. So a big welcome to our members tonight that are here. The Bop is in the house. The Sneaky Fox, who just became a member a few minutes ago. Red Monkey Trucking is in the house, folks. That's right. Pixel P at Teaching and Learning is in the house. Our Haunted Travels, Panic D, is in the house. We have Nomad Unbroken live with us, folks. That's right. As well as Michael E. Fines in the house. Mandy, Mixed Media Queen, who also just became a member tonight. Welcome. We got Jenny O'Brien in here. I like to think a bit of the glue that holds Pusa Studios together. Exploration with Erica UK is in the house. It's great to see you. And Exploration, Laura Lyon, folks. There you go. That's our members for tonight. Great to have you in here, folks. Hope you're doing fantastic. And a big welcome to World Bike Boat Parties in the house. It jumped on me. There we go. TL Travels in the house. We have the Happy Canadian, the Gambler After Dark, Terrestia Paldiardo, Sarasp. I probably butchered it. I apologize, but welcome. Tarot and Celestiana Star. Excuse me. Welcome. We have Supernatural Lost Adventures, Starling Insight in the house, Split Screen Gaming League, Games and Vlogs. Ryan Films is in the house. Roche's channel is here. We have Purgatory Paranormal of NY in the house, folks. She's fantastic. Ornob, how are you? Great to see you. Nacho Roland is in the house. That's right. My Non-Traditional Life is here with us, folks, as well as Mud Nuts Reviews and Mud Nut 59. Great to have you both. Miss Money is in the house. More Eats is with us, that's right, as well as Minotaur. We have Life as Marie here with us, folks, that's right, as well as LC Adventures. We have Jackson RC Aviation in the house, as well as I'm Spaggies. We have Haunted by Haunted in the house. Graceful Spirited Ray, Diana Brienne Fairchild, Damon Warren is in the house, Ellen's Butterfly Community is with us, we have Chris Hope here, Sherry Awesome Sunset Travel is with us, Cannonball Repair is in the house, as well as Callie Christoph, Bucks Outdoors, Brant Aerials, Barrel Boy Woods. It's great to see you all. Their list is going up and down, folks. I know some got missed. Just highlight our name and say hello so we can give you a big rock star as welcome as well. It's great to have you in here. Looking forward to a great conversation with you all. Such a fantastic group. It's an honor. It's a privilege to have you all. And hope you guys are ready to have a great time with some great conversation and all that good stuff.
That's right, guys. Today we're going to get your questions answered about YouTube, and we're going to talk a little bit about some new updates coming in from Google and YouTube just freshly this week. As always, updating you of all the new things out there. Say hi in the chat if you haven't just yet. Maybe we forgot to mention you. Maybe you weren't in that list that Andrew just was reading off. And Natural Link says Tuesday is the best night on Pusa. Thank you so much.
Thank you. We appreciate that. It's our favorite too. So.
Centroid is here.
Hey, Mark, how are you? Great to see you. Hope you're doing fantastic. Always a pleasure. Always a pleasure.
Centroid sounded a little bit under the weather yesterday.
But it was nice
feels a bit better.
We had a good chat.
Nick Molnar here as well. Good to see you. Barrow Boy Woods here. The Wise Temple. Hello. How are you doing? Alliance Butterfly Community. Good to see you here as well. Say hi in the chat if you can, and if you can, that's okay too.
Well, my golly.
We have more eats and more eights. You just got wrenched up. Yes, that's right. A new member to our Pusha Pack. More eats. Thank you so much for joining our membership.
That is awesome. It is winding up. There we go. We got it. We finally got it up. More eats. Thank you so much for becoming our latest member tonight of our community. It's great to have you along. Folks, you're going to get lots of extra tidbits on YouTube and stuff like that. It'll be easier to ask some questions as well. There'll be all kinds of different things. Lots and lots of benefits for becoming a member. More Eats is up here. Just became a member. Thank you so very much. And Mandy, Mixed Media Queen as well, who became a member tonight. And the Sneaky Fox. So already 3 new members tonight. How close are we to 75?
Well, just a couple away. Let me see. I think we are just a couple away from 75, where we can add another sticker. We're just 3 away from another sticker.
There we go, folks. It's like a telethon where you need 3 more hugs. We need 3 more members to get another custom emoji made up. It only allows you to have so much at a time, so we are adding them as we go along. You see people sporting the new member emoji. That's one of the new emojis that we've made. There you go, Mandy. There you go. You got it. More Eats, if you don't know, just refresh your browser and then you'll have access to all the custom emojis down in the list. They'll appear for you. Thank you so much for supporting us. We do appreciate it. We are so excited about this. This gives us a chance to do a lot more things with you folks, so I think it's going to be a lot of fun. Copa Survivor here, Split Screen Gaming League. Oh my God, I like that actually. I really like that. Robin is amazing. Hello everyone, hello to you. Hope you're doing fantastic. Oh my God, thanks for having me. Thank you for choosing us, Maurice. We're the one that's honored. It's going to be so much fun. It really is. We're just learning as we go. There's going to be more and more things coming to it as we grow our YouTube legs instead of sea legs. That's right. Our membership legs. How's that? Pusha bought Jenny O'Brien.
We have 2 more
Holy crap.
joining us right now. Damon Warren, you just got wrenched up.
Wow.
And Budget Bushcraft RV Life that we have known forever.
That's right.
Thank you so much. You just got wrenched up as well. Damon Warren and Budget Bushcraft and RV Life. Welcome to our Pusha Pack.
Welcome. It's great to have you both. This is awesome. It is still loading. I don't know what's going on. I got to restart my computer. I can't do that right now while we're going, but I've been having a bit of trouble since the last update. There you go, folks. Budget Bushcraft and RV Life, who we've known forever, and Damon Warren, who's been with us for a great while now, does some of the most epic selfies ever, folks. I kid you not. They are gems, every one of them. Pleasure to have you both. Welcome. Great to have you aboard. I'll tell like Budget Bushcraft, I think you're going to see it's going to be a lot more in the membership side like it used to be when we first started. If I was to predict it, that's what I feel it's going to be like. So
yeah.
it's great to have you. Look at all these fantastic folks in here, folks. All have become members tonight. Hope you guys can consider doing it as well. Holy crap, member hype. That's right. There he is. There's one who joined twice in one night. WTF Mike became a member. He got wrenched, then he got wrenched up. That was a new one for us. How are you?
That's right, guys. And, well, if you haven't joined us, that's okay. You know, we're not changing anything that we're doing on the channel, so don't fear. Don't think that if you don't join, you're going to lose on something. No, we are here the same as we used to be and still continue on doing what we're doing here. It's just a little bit extra on top of what we already have. And we have another channel member. Wow, the Happy Canadian.
My God almighty. And
one of our guests of our first season of our interviews. You just got wrenched up.
Oh my God almighty. From early on, God, we haven't seen you in ages and come in tonight and then become a member on top of it. Well, thank you so very much. It's an absolute pleasure to have you. Looking forward to it. Looking forward to it. The Happy Canadian. He's happy. He's Canadian. It's all true, folks. It's all true, I tell you. Pusa powers activate. Oh my God, Dave Warren, you are so epic. Everything you do is just epic. Thank you so much. So I love this. A big welcome to the Happy Canadian. Budget Bushcraft. Damon Warren, More Eats. We have Mixed Media Queen, excuse me, and the Sneaky Fox. All have become members tonight. I'll tell you the truth, guys. We're gonna talk. We've always been truthful, you guys. There is a lot goes on in YouTube, and we've seen it tenfold. That's something nobody can take away from us. Whether you like us, whether you don't like us, can't say it's always been an easy road. Memberships is an exciting new opportunity for us to get back to what we used to do without the harassment. That's the biggest part. We're getting through it and we're bulldozing through, and that's what we're saying. Anybody who doesn't join, don't worry. Things are staying the same on here. We ain't going anywhere. It just gives us a time that we can kind of let loose a bit and be what we used to be, starting off a bit more. And that's what we're really excited about. I'll give you a great example. You know, if somebody in there is 10 away from 800, you know, we're talking. We'll gladly bring it up. We can't do it in here because then you get hit with all the riffraff that are doing it day in and day out. There it can be back like we used to, you know. Somebody's 10 away. Oh, come on, guys, get 10 away. Check them out and stuff like that. We can answer questions a little bit more. We still can't do like one-on-one things. That's too time-consuming. But, you know, we can take more individualized questions here and there with people and figure things out. Just to try and build a bit of the community we always like, but without all the distractions that sometimes come from being on YouTube and things that you can't control. So in a nutshell, that's why we're so excited about memberships. It gives us an opportunity to do that. So I think it's going to be a lot of fun. I think it's the most we've been excited for something in a long time. So
definitely, like I said, I was comparing it to getting married. You know, in a good way, you kind of get a little bit of that security. You know, obviously, it is still, it's not like 100% secure. YouTube never is going to be like that, but it definitely gives a little bit more leg into what we're doing here. Definitely. So thank you so much for everyone that joined us our memberships, and for those of you that are considering, thank you so much. And once again, if you're not a member, nothing changes for you. We're still here. We're still answering questions on Tech Talk Tuesday and all of that. Nothing changes that way.
You guys are amazing, folks. I think it's time that we get into it. Thank you so much for joining. And if you join along the way, don't worry. We'll definitely bring you up in that. We'll get the message and we'll feature you up here. It's great to have you all. Welcome to each and every one of you. I love this and love already being a member. Oh, that's awesome.
That's so sweet.
Just hit your refresh, Happy Canadian, and then you look in your emojis. You're going to get access to all the custom ones that are there. And there'll be another one coming. I think we're at 75 or one away or something like that.
Yeah, and another one will be coming. Andrew, you'll have to go get working on that one soon. That's for sure.
There you go. Maybe the next one we'll do that as just an impromptu live on there.
Yeah, we can do that.
Make it with everybody. Yeah, get some input and stuff like that. So
that's right.
There you go. See, new things afoot, new things are happening. All right, I think it's time to get into talking tonight. What do you think, Xenia?
Yes, let's do that. And guys, if you do have any questions, I will try to copy them over. If I do miss any during our little in on the news, please copy that for yourself so you can ask me later as well. So let's get into what we're talking about today.
And one last reminder, folks, if you haven't hit that like button, please do. It helps so much. It makes a gigantic difference. It really does. Huntress of the Unknown, how are you? Great to see you. Hope you're doing fun. Oh my God!
Media Queen just got an upgrade. She just got Wrenched Up Plus. Yes.
Oh my God! Thank you so very much.
Thank you so much, Mandy. He just got an upgrade. Thank you so much.
There's 2 packages, wrenched and wrenched up, and wrenched up plus, and Mandy just, I think Mandy and WTF Mike are the same way. They fast track through it. There you go. Well, welcome aboard, Mandy Mixed Media Queen, to the wrenched up plus package. Thank you so very much. You guys are awesome. You rock, and I can't even put into words how amazing you all are.
Thank you. And we have somebody joining our live stream and joining our memberships, David, the producer.
Wow. Look who is part of the Pusa Pack. Great to have you aboard. If you do not know David, the producer, he is one half of the dynamic duo, the other side being Juliet Miranda, past guest of ours. Oh, David, I like the new banner.
Nice.
Oh, yeah. Classy. That looks amazing. Love it. Now I'm going to be the Andrew side of me. You're quickly change your profile picture, get some of that gray into there, but keep you like that. Give that edginess.
Did he just join for a review? Thank you so much for joining us. You just got wrenched up. We guys just were mentioning you at the beginning and all that tornado in Nashville. Are you still moving?
I thought they were going to Louisiana. I thought it was New Orleans.
Oh, well, maybe. Okay.
I don't know. I might be
See,
wrong.
I always get everything mixed up, so hopefully you're not going there.
I know they love Nashville.
Yes,
they love Nashville.
I know.
They most definitely. Welcome. Great to have you in here.
And we have Bushcraft RV Life just got an upgrade on our memberships and got wrenched up plus. Thank you so much.
Thank you so very much. We've known Budget Bushcraft pretty much on YouTube at time on here. And it is great to have somebody in here, some of the ones that we've known right from the beginning, as well as new ones and in between and all that. It's going to be such a fantastic mix. Thank you so much for the upgrade. Do appreciate it. We're going to have a lot of fun, folks. This is absolutely amazing. Big thanks to David, the producer, as well, for joining. Absolutely awesome to have you. We have Mandy, Mixed Media Queen, who upgraded as well. Thank you so very much. The Happy Canadian. We have... because I pushed that side and keep them together. More Eats, who also joined tonight. Thank you so very much. Do appreciate it. Mandy, there she is. The Sneaky Fox. We got amazing channels joined tonight, folks, and there's always room for more. It's an absolute pleasure to have you all. Thank you so much for believing in us and seeing the benefit of supporting us. It really goes the extra mile in helping us to do more of what we love to do on here. And I hope you guys feel all the benefits from it. So thank you so very much from both of us. You're really amazing.
Thank you. And yes, they're moving to New Orleans. So. I'm so bad with this. Thank you.
It's all. It was out of love, and they do talk about Nashville a lot because they love it.
Yeah. I just wanted you guys to be safe.
Yes, definitely.
Lara Bruno, hello. Good to see you here. Welcome, EWDP. Welcome back here. Tara, we see us, Stana Star, and we have a super chat from newly a member, the Happy Canadian. Thank you so much for the super chat and saving Andrew's ears.
Yes, you are my hero. You make me a happy Canadian too. You brought the happiness to me. Thank you so much, the Happy Canadian. So great to have you in here. It's been so long. Absolute pleasure to see you.
And Relaxation TV, thank you so much for the question. I will save that. And you guys, if you have any questions, let us know in the chat with that Push Studio so I can save it and we can answer it.
I want to say a great big hello to What the Paranormal is in the house. How are you? Great to see you. They get more dramatic every time. I'm still going to be put into traction with neck injuries from doing them, but I love them so much and I love their name.
Be careful.
That's right. I'm not what anymore? What were you going to say?
I was going to say that you're not feeling well.
Oh, I thought you were going to say, you're not that young anymore. You got to be careful there.
Oh my goodness. It's not like you're 95. I don't get these guys sometimes talking like they're 103 or something.
Jack Knight Finnegan, what's going on? Great to see you. Hope you're doing fantastic. Expedition Greg in here as well, another member. Hope you're doing fantastic.
Thank you so much. So guys, good to see you all. Say hi in the chat if we missed you, if you're just coming in. Mystery Steamboat, hello, how are you? Share it out if you can and click that like button. We do appreciate it if you can share this out, and we're going to jump into our little intro subject of the day, as well as your questions right after. And we have, of course, we have Grant McIntosh, and I'm sure Janet is right there, so hello Janet as well. Super sticker, super chat, super sticker, super chat, super sticker, super chat. Grant McIntosh, is the unicorn. That's right. I still can't find my prop box. I don't know where did he hide it. But thank you so much for that unicorn. Super sticker, super chat, super sticker, super chat. Thank you so much
Such
for
an
that
ass.
unicorn. Grant McIntosh, thank you so much.
Grant, you're such a ass. Thanks, Grant. Thank you, Grant. Do appreciate it. Disney Nerd Herders, how are you? Great to see you. And Farmall Fanatics in the house. Member Lane up in here. Boom! That's right. That's right. Guys, keep an eye on Farmall. He's about to celebrate a milestone. Tomorrow, most likely, he's hitting 1 million views on YouTube.
That is amazing. Congratulations.
1 million views.
Wow. That is so cool.
That's right. That's right. So keep an eye out, folks. Probably going to happen tomorrow sometime. Well, you never even know. He's been going fast lately. Might even happen through the night. Keep an eye out to see. So, Pixel P, don't even go there, Andrew. The age card. Oh, no, you do not have that. I seen that picture of you with your avatar. You made the avatar look old because you're so young. Don't try to kid me on that one whatsoever.
Hundreds of the unknown here as well. And, let's jump in our subject.
Yep, let's do it. The Happy Canadian. There you go. You found the Canadian beavers. Some are having fun with that one. They've been so sporting it. I love it. I love it. Great to have you. Alrighty, folks. Let's get into it. Let's talk about tonight, and then we're going to get right into your questions. Farmall Fanatic, $1.67. What am I missing out of this? What am I missing out of this?
How is he getting it? Or is it $2 US? Now it's 167 Canadian?
I hope it's not that low. I hope we haven't
Oh my
gone that
God,
low.
it's like what happened to the markets in the last
It's got
half an
me
hour.
got me thinking like there's a code going on or something like that. I
Wow.
think he's sending me a message.
Okay. Inspire so many. Hello, how are you? Marinette Madriaga. Hello and welcome back here as well. Holistic Living Down Under. Hello. I know what we forgot.
What?
We forgot the shout outs of the day.
Yes.
I'm like thinking,
Right.
why can't we get into the subject of the day? Something is missing, and that's exactly what was missing.
Alrighty, folks, and you guys have waited long enough, so we're going to do the fast version of this, folks. We got two, and you can get the same tonight. Make sure you're the last person to leave a comment in this chat for a free shout out after the live stream is over. And make sure to come back and leave an on-topic comment, folks. If it's like 26, watched in full, danced on my head, and did this, no. But if it's anything on topic, then you go into a draw for another free shout out as well. So let's start off with the random one, folks. The random comment that was left on yesterday's live stream. Let's go to the high impact name selector. You ready for this? Are you ready for this? Josh and Kaylee, what's going on? Great to see you. You're just in time for the draw. There we go. Drawing for Beginners channel again.
Lucky.
Drawing for Beginners. That's the first time that's happened. There you go. And one last night.
Yes.
One last night. There you go.
I need the link again. Oh, no, I have it. I have
sure?
it. Yep. Drawing for the Beginners channel. What a lucky channel, I must say. 2 nights in a row. Got a random picker with a comment picker. Thank you so much for leaving a comment on our live stream yesterday. That is super crazy.
And the channel's looking great. And if you haven't checked it out, folks, please do. Our first free shout out of the day. Make sure to check out Drawing for Beginners. And make sure you come back and leave a comment after this live stream's over for your chance to get one as well. John Coopy is in the house. How are you, John? Fantastic. I love this guy. Love this guy. Great to see you. Great to see you. Hope you're doing amazing. Oh, yeah, we're going back to comment of the day. Sorry.
Yes.
My bad. There you go, folks. All right, folks. And then there's 2 draws for free shout out. The second one is the last person that leaves a comment in this chat.
But before I do that,
Oh
we
my
have
God.
another one joining our memberships. A very special one, Yeti Mountain Trading. Thank you so
Yeti.
much. Yeti, you just got wrenched up.
Oh my God, that is awesome. Great to have you in here.
Thank you so much.
What a surprise. I haven't seen a little bit. I know it's happening too. Some people just like listen in and stuff like that, and they're realizing the benefits of the member site because they get to go in on that more quieter, relaxed setting without all the distractions and that. I think it does pay off for some people just to enjoy the experience that much better. Yeti Mountain Trading, Man, have we ever had a lot of people joining tonight? Pleasure to have you and welcome aboard. Yeti Mountain Trading, the latest to become a member of our channel. And if you haven't considered it yet, folks, lots of people are jumping on board. We're on our way to 80 members. It's only been a week and a little bit. We're not even at 2 weeks. We actually had them since Christmas, but didn't release them. We were waiting for the right time. I got my 1,000 here. Oh, yeah. We know, but it's just great to have you in here. You didn't have to do it over that, but I promise we're going to make it worth your while. It's going to be a great time. And thank you so much. A ton of love to you, Yeti. Thank you for supporting us. A real pleasure to have you.
Thank you.
And the last one, folks, as well, to leave a comment yesterday in the chat, and make sure you're the last one to leave the comment. In the competition's fierce, folks. It's really fierce. How many people are competing to get that last comment in? The last comment of last night was, there we go. Sorry, Holistic Living Down Under. Holistic Living Down Under, a fantastic channel. There she is, folks. She was the last one in a dog-eat-dog race, I call it, to the last of the chat. You guys got heart. I love it. I love it. I think it's so amazing to watch. What a spectator sport. So congratulations and thank you so much, Holistic Living Down Under, for being the last person to leave a comment in the chat. And to Drawing for Beginners, second night in a row winning the random comment after the live stream is over. So make sure the last one in the chat tonight, and you come back and leave an on-topic comment so you're part of the drawing as well.
I also want to remind you, our member of the week, the Bob. That's right.
Yes.
We are drawing a member of the week every Saturday now. You're going to see our announcement going live at 7 p.m. Eastern, guys. So check that out on Saturday and see who is going to be the next member of the week. But this member, it is this week. It is a member, the Bob. So once again, a shout out to our member of the week, the Bob.
That's right. That's right. Great to have you aboard. Only met us a couple of weeks ago. Pleasure to have you with us. Big debate over the name. We finally got it right.
Yes.
There we go. So that's nothing new for us. That's just another day at the office to get a name wrong. Hiking Deep, how are you? Great to see you. And Coffee Outdoors, hope you're doing fantastic. Welcome, welcome, welcome. It's great to have you all in here, folks. Watching the last comments in chat is a sport. Guess I get training. Oh, you're gonna have fun with it. You've been doing good. You've been
We're
doing
placing bets, between each other. Who's going to be the last one?
Oh no, it's absolutely awesome to watch. It really is.
Daniela Sparza, I want to welcome here to our chat. Welcome here, everybody who's just joining us. This is Tech Talk Tuesday, and after our long introduction, we love chatting with you guys, and you're going to see that as a member. We love it even more. We're going to jump into the subject of the day, and as well your questions that I already have for you already saved. If you have any questions about YouTube, social media, photo, video editing, anything like that, at Push Studios, put it in the chat so I can save it and we can get to them right after our feature of the day.
Stingray Steve, what's going on? Great to see you. Hope you're doing fantastic. Alrighty, guys. Oh, Nana, how are you? Welcome, welcome, welcome. And let's get into it. Let me get up the cards here. I just got so many windows now open.
Hi, Octane Only. Hello, it's Visco Style. Oh, Visco Style made another channel. Wow. Well, congratulations on another channel. That is super crazy. That's so much work. Congratulations, though.
And thank you to Bob for letting us know we're doing it right now. Do appreciate it. And one last thing, the Yeti Mountain, just refresh your browser now and you'll have access to all the custom emojis. They're just down under the emoji button. And we're going to be making a new one because now we have over 75, folks. We're doing fantastic, Coffee. Hope you're doing great as well. Great to see you. All right, hon, you want to talk because I got all this stuff opened. I'm going to be
yes, that's right. So we are going to be talking about the report, a transparency report that came from Google, which includes also, of course, our platform, YouTube here. And especially, we're going to be talking about the videos that get flagged, removed, as well as comments, channels, and so on. And now let's see what the report says. It's just newly, literally came out just this week. Now let's talk about the flags here, and maybe you're not aware that you can flag the videos separately as well as the channel for different wrongdoings on YouTube, and this especially is community guidelines wrongdoings that have been flagged, and you can see that over 10,916,000 videos got flagged in the last quarter by human flaggers. it's just an enormous amount of videos. Almost 11 million videos got flagged by people on YouTube platform. And if you see in this graph here, most of them were flagged actually by users like us and you, not by the trusted flaggers that we all know Google and YouTube have, but by actual regular users, viewers, creators like you and I here. So that is kind of encouraging in a way that it's not only the trusted flaggers. In fact, the majority is just regular viewers. So that is a good thing. As you can see that the top countries for human flagging volume is India, South Korea, and United States. That probably also reflects for the population of the country itself as well, and the user base that are using a YouTube platform itself. Now, what you can see down below is human flags by flagging reason, and this is super interesting because, as you know, the community guidelines can include many different reasons, and the biggest portion of the flagging actually was for spam and misleading information. Now, spam can be not only in your video content, but since around summertime with the new community guideline changes, spam is also considered within your description of your video, within the tags of your video, within the thumbnail of your video. So content is not only the video itself, is anything around within it. A video is not only the video footage, it's everything around it. So spam and misleading is the biggest type of content that have been flagged, 24%, and the second is sexual type of content, and we actually talked about that when we talked about the ring of underground doings. I'm trying to avoid some words. A ring of underground doings on YouTube. We talked about that as well in our previous live streams. And number 3 is a hateful or abusive content as well. So you can see these were 3 major topics that were reported by users. And this is quite interesting as well, but not surprising though, not surprising at all. Now, that is kind of encouraging. You would think that people are proactive, people are trying to police themselves, the content and the platform that we have here. Now, totally, you just seen over 11 million videos got reported. Well, a little over half of videos that got reported got removed. So a little over 50% of the videos that got reported got removed. So just 5,887,121 videos out of the reported ones got removed. And there you can see that a majority of the content that got removed was by automated flagging. What it means, automated flagging is an automated system that flags the content. It's basically it's an algorithm that would flag the content as inappropriate or crossing community guidelines. So in fact, out of the all user content that got flagged that we were showing before, only 327,000 were removed. So there you go, I'm correcting there myself. Most of the content that got removed was flagged by AI system. I'm sure that they are more relying on automated system than the human flagging to be more trusting and more reliable and not having some kind of second hand reasons why it is so. Removed videos first flagged through automated flagging with and without views. Now, this is something that you might not know, but in fact, you can have your video removed even if you haven't published it yet. So for example, if you do have your video and you put it on unlisted, which you should do, number one reason, if you're monetized, you might be able to filter out your yellow coin if you leave your video unlisted for at least 2 hours. Now, it not guarantee you the results, but it might be more trusting that you're going to have the green coin instead of yellow. As well as if you want to have it posted right away in 4K, it is suggested to have it unlisted first till it's done processing instead of publishing it right away as well. Well, that means that in that time you don't have any views on it, and in fact the automated flagging works the best exactly at that time. So if you do have a content that is crossing the line of community guidelines, and it is unlisted, it can be removed even before you get any views. It is a good thing. Why? Yeah. Because it means that you're not getting a strike. Because if you have already views on the video and you get flagged, you have more probability of having a strike instead of just removal of the video. So once again, if you're not sure about something, unlist the video. That's just another reason why you should have it first unlisted before publishing it. Now, once again, it's not guaranteed 100%, but it'll give you a better chance of having a more safer content out there, probably better monetized content out there, and in higher resolution. So why not to do it? Why not to do it? Especially if you schedule your videos, it shouldn't be a problem. Now, video removal reason here, and we can compare to what we've seen before. As you've seen in the graph, the biggest flagging reason was spam and misleading scams. Well, here you see is reflected as well. In fact, spam, misleading, and scams were the videos that got removed the most. More than 50% of videos were removed that had spam in it. Mm-hmm. Number two is child safety. And I think this is even more accurate now for the last quarter, because this data is for the last quarter of the last year because of COPA. Lots of the content got reviewed, re-reviewed, and rechecked exactly in those last months leading to the 1st of January, when COPA and all known new guidelines for the content for kids were coming in. So therefore, the content that were crossing those lines were reported even more and removed even more than before. So here you see a little overview of the countries here as well. What surprised me here is that Netherlands is number 2 in videos removed from the platform. A small place like Netherlands has almost 1 million videos removed from the platform. I really have a question why. I want to know, and I want to know your thoughts in the chat. Why do you think Netherlands is number 2 of the most removed videos on the platform? I try to research that, but have no answer to that one. So if you have any answers to that, let us know. Let us know. And yes, before we jump into the next paragraph, let me congratulate Randy, who just upgraded to Wrenched Up Plus membership. Thank you so much.
Appreciate that. Thank you so much, Randy. It is a pleasure to have you aboard, up on another notch. That is so great of you. Looking forward to it. Man, the support is absolutely above anything we could expect, and it's just getting better, and we promise to have lots of great things for you all. Like, we're just cutting our teeth on it right now, but we're getting this figured out with you. And I promise you one thing, it is going to be a lot of fun and some extra great information at the same time. So thank you so much for the upgrade. Randy's Paranormal. It's unbelievable. So many great folks in here. It's great to have you all in here. Great presentation by Xenia. Some really great information onto it. I'm still a bit weary sometimes on some of the things they are missing on here. But hopefully things are going to get better, because Netherlands has a ton of copyright restrictions for music, etc., so maybe it has something to do with that. I think it is. There's also been a bit to do with the, sometimes there's a bit of a gray area sometimes in adult plus content, and some things that aren't allowed into it. There's been a bit with that as well. But yeah, it's interesting for the size of it. It is a big hub. It's been for a long time as far as the internet in general is considered, not standalone YouTube just for a second, but the internet as a whole. So
now, these reports are not about the copyright, though. They are about the community guidelines, so that wouldn't pertain to the same videos. So that's why it could be, but it's not the reason in this report. So that's interesting. Thank you so much. If HIL, thank you so much for super chat. And Pixapia, I got your question.
You never have to apologize for being late if he'll anything but. Thank you. We're honored to have you.
Now, of course, you can also flag the channel itself, and over 2 million channels got removed during the last quarter as well, most of them because of the spam or misleading content, which means that usually that channel had at least three videos that contained some kind of community guideline violation, and therefore they took the channel down altogether. So, majority, almost 90% of those were spam channels. And surprisingly or not, we have over 540 million removed comments. Yes, that's right. Also for spammy reason on automated flagging. Remember that you are in charge of your comment section. Once again, the new community guidelines since this summer, you are in charge of filtering your comment section as a creator. So make sure it doesn't contain spam and doesn't affect your channel altogether. And you can see in the chart here below as well that over 58% was removed for spam. Hateful or abusive comments is second reason, and this is something that we mentioned yesterday in our yesterday live stream about people disliking you or your content, or just plainly being hateful altogether. So there you go. So this is the report that just came in. Now, this report sparked a lot of controversy out on the media, and what the numerous media outlets were saying, that if you look closely to this report, and we're going to be adding the link down below in the description as always, so you can check it out yourself, that amount of videos getting reinstated as a result of appeal was really low. Now, if you're not familiar with the system, when you get a strike or warning for community guideline, what's the word? When you are not doing something right within the community guidelines, you can appeal it, both the warning and the strike. When you do appeal it, assumingly, you get a review by a person instead of the automated system, okay? Assumingly. Now, that's not always so, but let's assume it is manual review. Altogether, out of 109,000 removals that were appealed during this last quarter, only 23,000 were reinstated, which is super low. So over 20%, literally just a fifth of the videos that had an appeal on them got reinstated. So media just got flash. Hi, what is going on? Why there's so little videos that get reinstated after they get flagged? Because we all know that sometimes it is by malicious reasons that people are flagging there. So, surprisingly, YouTube got its answer this time. If you don't know, we have a new YouTube liaison for creators, and he was quick to jump into the answer to that, and instead said that, you know what, this rate is quite similar across the board with Facebook and with Reddit, and if it would be more, that would be bad too. If it would be less, that would be bad too. So this number is just right.
I'm going to translate for you. YouTube is A-OK.
That's
there you
right.
Go.
Yeah, I wasn't expecting too much from that, but yes. So YouTube thinks it is right in the right amount of the channels or videos that get reinstated. So that's an open question. Is it too little number? Is it too big number? Maybe. Who knows? I just wanted to add that we had our personal experience with this process as well, so we kind of can talk a little bit from the inside of it.
Yeah.
And Thankfully, luckily, all of the flags that have been put on our videos, and there have been numerous of them throughout the time that we have been on YouTube, all of have been fake, meaning they have been done with malicious reasons, and they all have been reinstated, and our channel haven't had any penalties on that. So what it means that, sometimes people do it for the right reasons, and most of the time probably they do. And that's why the amount of videos that get removed is so high. But sometimes people do it for wrong reasons, and I really hope that you're not one of them, because if it is for the wrong reasons, it is possible to get your appeal reinstated. As with us, as I said, we had it numerous times. It's not just one or two times. We had numerous videos that got flagged, and if you have been with us for a long time, you know that has been happening during the live streams, after the live streams, at the very beginning of our YouTube journey, as well as just recently. And they all have been reinstated, and YouTube have stated to us that they have been falsely flagged. That means there's somebody just put it out of spite, so to say, and they have reinstated our videos or live streams that got flagged. So we have been lucky with that, and we probably, luckily, we are within that 20% that got their videos reinstated. I want to let you know that this is one of the additional reasons why you should get involved into YouTube partnership program. We always promote it, not as part of, you have to get your 1K, 4K, so you get monetized, so you get your AdSense money, because really it's not about that, especially at that level. It is about the safety, a little bit of that safety cushion that your YPP program gives you. Especially when it comes to these things. When you have a wrongful flagging, you have an option to contact your rep directly with an email. You have much faster communication line than just Twitter, which sometimes works really well, but sometimes it doesn't. When you are monetized, you have a little bit more closer connection with YouTube. Your rep, you can reinstate it much faster. You can get your question answered much faster. And this is one of the reasons why we press so much of get monetized. It's not about AdSense. It's your way out if something like this happens, like it has happened to us numerous times. And in conclusion, I just wanted to say from both of us, I think, we are all here not to police each other, but to keep an eye open, to keep this platform safe for everyone. This is what it all is about. The flagging system is there for everybody to use, not maliciously, but rightfully within the community guidelines. And we're the ones who can make it safe and great place, safe place for everyone to use. So if you see something that gets in violation, please use your flagging system. You can use flagging within the channel or the video. If you have questions, you can always search it on YouTube or on Google.
Definitely.
Yeah.
No, it's true. And Dano's Toolbox, I just want to go with him. YouTube should take a look at the channels that are doing the flagging. That's why I said everybody that's on YouTube as a viewer should have to register for free. If you don't get access to any of those tools. That way we keep complete accountability. You remember, people argue about that, but I'm going to give you a great example. I was just thinking of this the other day. I wish I'd remembered the nights when I was talking about that. When you go to a news channel forum on Facebook or anywhere like that, or even better, on their own, the National Post, CBC, New York Times, etc., where there was comments underneath. Do you remember what they were like before people had to be accountable, before they had to show their name? It was horrible. Horrible. They were just constantly deleting and banning and getting stuff seen through. Then they decided to link it up with their Facebook account. To comment, you had to be part of Facebook, which meant you had a name attached to something. And that brought down their comments drastically. Why? Because once somebody had a chance of being found out that they were going to do something, they were less likely to do it. That would fix most of the problems that we got on here with that. So that's just my opinion onto it. I've always believed that accountability cleans a lot of things up, and it's very easy to have all those things. Like I say, open to viewers. If they don't want to register, fine, but they have no access to likes, comments, flags, etc. They can only view it, and that is it. That's as far as it goes, and any other kind of interaction. And that way, it would get rid of a lot of the pointless, childish, I don't like this channel, so I'm going to flag it stuff, and actually flag the stuff that was more important that should be taken down, which would clean up their platform a lot more. It would get rid of most of the issues that they have to deal with. So Just my opinion. Oh, sorry.
Yeah, and other platforms already have it. Like
Yeah.
on other platforms, if you block somebody, they can't access you. Like Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, it's just basically deleted from your site and they can't find you. I don't know why YouTube doesn't have it,
Yeah.
because blocking doesn't really solve that problem whatsoever. You know, it kind of out of sight, but it's not really. So definitely they should be kind of rechecking that policy altogether. And I'm sure they are the same as they are with the dislike button right now. They are heavily pressed.
Well, it takes
into
away
looking into
it
that.
takes away the spitefulness use of it, because then it can only really be used in a proper way, and then it does everybody good on the platform. Because they bring up the examples of what they want to keep away. I don't want that stuff on here either. I'm fully with them onto it. The problem is it's open to so many. Most of it is not most of it, but a large part of it is vengeance done, and not done for the sake of a clean, proper platform. So take away the vengeance aspect of it, and then you're left with a proper control of the place.
Well, yeah, if 10 million videos got reported by user and only 300,000 got removed, that shows you the percentage of actual, like, legit flagging and just because flagging. So 70% of user flags actually weren't removed. That means that YouTube didn't think it was correct flagging.
You folks have been in a lot of live streams and stuff like that. You understand YouTube, how it goes for the most part. You see, I want to show you guys something. I've been watching now, and if you've been watching too in your counter, we haven't passed. We've been jumping between 54 and 57 for roughly the last 20 some minutes. Well, that's about how long you did your presentation about, was it, give or take? Well, before that, and I really started watching it around then. Now you see it starts to go up a little bit. That's how easy it is for people to manipulate stuff on here. Why do we talk about membership so much? That starts to give us a bit of protection towards all kinds of things where we can do things without that kind of. But this is just one of many that can be done. And another one is flagging videos for no reason. All those things like that. It's accountability cleans up a lot of these issues on here, and we get back to being like adults and creating instead of tending to all the other stuff that goes on. It really does. Oh.
Yeah.
Food for thought.
Exactly. I see some of the people saying, I wish that blocking would remove them being able to watch the live stream altogether. Yeah.
Exactly. Okay, you blocked it. You don't like it. Great. So you don't need to see it anymore. It's out of your face, out of your eyes. Go on with your life and enjoy other things like that. So, yep.
That's right. So that was our little feature of the day today. As always, we're gonna put all the links down below in the description, so you can go and check it out, the analytics, all the report yourself, and all of that after the live stream.
Yep.
Janet Pickering joining us. Hello, good to see you.
Sorry, I thought we put it back on us. Hey, Janet, how are you? Great to see you. Hope you're doing fantastic tonight.
Get in shape, feeling great.
And Wakey RC, by the way, was telling well, go ahead, 10 videos removed with no explanation, no nothing. So it's the third time it's happened.
Yeah, I was trying to talk with him in the chat as
Okay.
well. I really would suggest getting in touch. Make a Twitter account and get in touch with Twitter. They're pretty responsive on @TeamYouTube. If you want, DM us on Twitter after you make your account. You're more than welcome to do that. But I would definitely do that, especially if it is repeated action. That is pretty weird. It might be a bug. I mean, unless you want it to be happening again and again, I would try to resolve it.
There's a lady that Xenia followed with over 600,000 subscribers, and one day her channel just went away. And YouTube has no answer why. She started again now. Later on, they tried everything, and it just doesn't exist. She had to start all again from scratch. So all live viewers here are actually me. Well, there you go. Free to laugh now. Thank you so very much. Should become a member so you get to use the Pusa bot, and then you can live up to that phrase more and more and more. There you go. So.
Yeah, but they're not always bad. Obviously there's many things that we would wish to have it a different way as creators here, but we got to remember it's also a huge platform and it is for free.
Yep.
Which we tend, even us, forget quite often. So we got to remember that too.
It is scary. It really is. That's why I tell those stories like that. That's why we talk about the big ones like Linus Tech Tips and that. Some people say, oh, they don't need coverage. It's not about coverage. We know they don't need it. It's because there's this myth going around that they get such an easy ride on here. 600 and some thousand, I'd say, is a decent sized channel. To have it just disappear in the thin air, that's terrifying. And it just shows you. It doesn't discriminate at any size. I had all the comments on my most recent video disappear yesterday. Could it be any chance that it involved children in any way or shape or form, maybe for COPA? I don't know which is your last video, so I'm just throwing that out there. That would explain it if there was anything that made it more geared, that thought it was geared towards kids. Outdoors for Adventure, how are you? Just a quick hello. Well, just a quick hi. Great to see you. Hope you're doing fantastic. And Ghost Pirate, how are you? Hope you're doing great as well.
And we have Ghost Pirate joining us as well. And TL Travel says something super important. I never say anything online that I wouldn't say to someone in person.
Yep.
I think for those of us in YouTube, it's easier to remember that everyone on here is a real person. Exactly. And we always talk about that. You treat it as a real life. I mean, in general, internet has become such an integral part of our lives that we really should be treating it as part of our life, not just some kind of foreign entity that is out there. It does impact everyone. It does impact you even after you decide to quit, because you can't really quit. It's internet. It's not like you can move the countries, or cities. The impact is so much more different on internet,
It was ice racing. I don't know. Maybe it fell under dangerous, though.
I would check in the analytics if it is marked as made for kids or not by YouTube or not. Professor of Perseverance, hello. Good to see you.
And remember, too, it's not always just because sometimes it could be a glitch, too, that put it under there. So check there first, and then you'll at least know what could be doing it, and then you'll be able to go from that point on. Swoop, just got the answer. That was no explanation to what happened. It was just a freak mistake, and then they couldn't do anything about it.
Yeah. That's right. She, after a year or so, I think she finally got an answer, and we just can't do anything about it.
Yep.
And TL Travel, yes, I have seen that. Unfortunately, we think that celebrity YouTubers can pull the ranks. They can't. Most of the time, it just works the same. Look at the Markiplier, when so many of his users in the live stream got their channel removed altogether, including all of their Google products, just because they're using spammy emojis in the chat. That was a whole controversy of, oh my God, we can't use emojis now in the chat, which is false.
Yeah.
But he has so many subscribers, millions and millions, and he couldn't do anything for a good week, to try to get all those channels back. So they don't have as much of a pull as we think they do. We all here are the same creators, same content makers on YouTube here.
Mandy's rocking those emojis. Love it, love it, love it. Daily life and nature. How are you? Great to see you. Hope you're doing fantastic. I bet if YouTube was to take a look at who is doing the flagging, they will find it's a few that are doing to a lot of channels. Definitely. Most definitely.
Well, see, in their guidelines, they do say that you will have a punishment if they detect that you're doing that, but how much there's actually of that, who knows? That's
where you add the accountability to it, and then they can't do such. So
yeah.
Well, they can do it, but then it's easier to track back. It's easy to make a connection between them all. So that's I hope it does come. And like I say, I know we've even got a little bit of hate from it, but actually a lot of support, and some people who don't like it but understand where we're coming from. But I mean, you got to realize that Xenia and I, we've been on 2 years, and a year and a half of it's been full of nothing but a couple of diluted disasters on legs, and we've seen what it can do, and that would clean all of it up. Just by charging to be on here to be a creator, I guarantee you a ton of them would be gone. They're only here for the money. Actually, if you were to take away the super chats, a lot of them would be gone. That's their sole reason for being on here. It's not to build a channel or build anything past that. Just there's a channel giving advice for people to go live, just basically so then they can all get super chats. Well, where is that going to go? You're just going to have a circle of channels basically asking each other to give money around it. It's going to be the same thing. Go live with a camera, nothing else. Send in the money. Give me the money. Okay, guys, we're going to head over to the next channel. He's going to ask you for money. And hold on to your hats, folks, because after he's done, there's 7 more channels waiting in line that are going to do the same thing. So I think by charging, it would be like a mall, and then YouTube would have to protect us more as creators, and also give us a chance to be able to really working on building something to be able to just focus on. Once again, back to memberships. Memberships has given us that chance. But had YouTube had a system like that, we'd be able to be doing it right now, solely just focusing on what we do as creators on here, making our shows, doing what it is that we do. That's why a lot we've been talking about, what we've invested back in equipment and stuff like that, and trying to make better and better shows, that are more engaging content and stuff like that, because it shouldn't be just turn on the camera and go. There has to be some point to it. There has to be some want to get better, something to build something that's long-term and sustainable. And that's whether you're doing a live stream, that's whether you're doing videos, whatever the case. It has to have a plan to it. It has to have somewhere it's going. There's a message that needs to be expanded onto and roll into a corner. Like it can't be just a free-for-all all the time. And saying that the message is let's get the super chats flying is not exactly the kind of message. It's got to have some sort of a point. We talked about that last night about super chats. Super chats is like putting the hat out if we're all playing music like buskers right now, because we're not the size of the gigantic channels, and it does help us a lot to get better and invest into it. But it should be for that point, not because it's best friends, not because of just so you can be seen. It's because you enjoy what the person's doing and you want them to expand on it more so they can get their message represented better, or to get it out to more people, et cetera, et cetera.
Yeah, and there's an argument, well, how are they going to be paid and how is it going to sustain itself? Well, we're going to remember that there are already experiences out there that are working like that. For example, VMO, that used to be a free platform where at the time that was the only place where you could actually upload the high definition, high resolution videos, the only place where it wasn't compressing it into the garbage that that it was at the beginning on this platform. Well, it was free, now it's not. You have to actually pay to be able to do that. And they are just releasing live streaming options now. They're paying AdSense and everything, that YouTube does. Obviously, it doesn't have the audience that YouTube has, but it is possible. They are sustainable. People are there. There's more quality content there, and so on. So the argument of that it's not going to work, it already works,
There's also something to be said for something for nothing, and it's not that people aren't doing great things on here, but imagine if we opened up a mall tomorrow. There's 200 stores. Guys, it's free to come in. Here you go. Give it a try. Some are legitimately going to try to get a store, but who's going to wait? There's nothing invested into it. It's just so it's more about the money. Okay, I'm going to grab a bunch of secondhand tires I pulled off the car the night before, me and my uncle. There you go. There's a store. There you go. Yeah, they're legitimate stores. Come on, pay up. Let's go. Give me the money. Those fly-by-nights in there. And then you have the store next to it that's been trying to get inventory and get stocked up and get things painted. Well, they're competing against the one next door that's stealing tires off the car and setting up a halfway store. And by the end of the month, that one that took time, yes, it's harder, but at least they're getting towards something. Where the other one just kind of...
What I don't understand is why with 15 billion profit that we talked about a couple of weeks ago, they can't hire more people that would actually be able to have, human touch to all of this. Because in reality, they do have a lack of workers. Even Creator Insider, when they talk about new features, that's exactly what they say. We don't have enough people working on this. We have to prolong our YouTube studio because, launch because we don't have enough workers working on it. Like, I don't get that part of business, I guess, but maybe that's why I don't have 15 billion profit on whatever we're doing here. But hire more people. That's all it takes sometimes,
Well, it does. I mean, look what's going on right now. Look at, I just mentioned it a while ago. Look at, I said it went up to 60 once I showed you guys, back to 55 again. Oh, now it's dropping a bit more. I caught them in time. Look at, there's been nobody in here since 7:58 o'clock. This has been happening all night.
Ooh, yeah.
There's the ghost of YouTube past in here. And this is what goes on all night. With it paying and accountability, stuff like this doesn't happen. That's just a given. We wouldn't even have to look at that. That wouldn't even be we used to never look at it near as much as we do now, but now we got to watch it like a hawk. The last couple of times we've had to restart live streams like we did tonight. We used to never have to do that.
Yeah.
And it's not good for our channel. We don't like doing it. It's not the way we like doing it. We used to always put up ours early, but then they take advantage of it and set up their bots for when we come on. So we're kind of stuck between a rock and a hard place.
Just before we started YouTube in February of 2018, that Christmas, we were talking about really giving up on Facebook.
Yeah.
And we really did. We we very rarely post anything, and it's mostly for my in-laws and stuff like that. I never really thought that this would turn into another Facebook adventure, because that's exactly what we were trying to get away from, is all the drama and all this nonsense that sometimes goes on Facebook. But unfortunately, It's just all the same sometimes.
Yep.
So that's our feature for today. We're going to get into your questions, guys. I already have some already from today as well as yesterday saved up for you. So if you have any more questions, let me know.
No worries, Pixelpia. No worries. Oh, and Free Laugh now is doing the dishes so the wife doesn't flag them.
Oh.
You're one of a kind, Free Laugh now. You're one of a kind. Oh my God.
If you can click the like button and share it out, it helps us tremendously.
Yes.
We on average have 8 social media accounts altogether. So if you can share it on one or put it on your community post, we do appreciate it. Thank you so much for everyone that already done that.
That's right. You guys rock. Thank you so very much. It's great to have you all. I guess we'll jump right into the questions.
Yes, let's do the questions. And once again, put Push Studios in the chat if you have a question so I don't miss it.
I got away from Facebook a couple of years ago. I had to rejoin recently, but I'm under a fake name. Yeah.
Yeah, we mostly use it for groups, and literally every so often posting it for my, for my mother-in-law and my father-in-law. But other than that, I wish this wouldn't be becoming the same thing.
There is a limit in subscribing. Yes, there is. Starling Insight, there is 2,000, and there's so many per day. And if you exceed it, it will hold you off. And then after you get to 2,000 subscribers, it starts to grow exponentially with you as you get bigger. So that's most likely the cause.
So there you go.
You're in YouTube jail for a bit, they call it.
Usually it lasts a couple hours or maybe 24 hours up to. So just add them to your watch later list so then you can add those channels later. Wacky RC, they were reporting 15 billion, but you can check the actual detailed report. We talked about that in, I think, 2 weeks ago when we talked about 34 billion and what's your cut live stream. And all the links are down below. All the links that you need to investigate what exactly was for. It actually breaks it up for AdSense and kind of all of that. So check it out. I put the link in the chat for our live stream. And as always, there are links down below for that. So you can check it out. Thank you so much for sharing on Twitter. Professor of Perseverance, thank you so much. Smithly Vlog, welcome here to our channel. Welcome if you're new here. This is Tuesday Tech Talk. You can ask your questions here. We have questions. Let me get to the questions. Okay, the first question from Relaxation TV. My question from the other night is I noticed a Michael J. Fox video is suggesting my video on videos recommending my content. Yeah, I remember your question.
I remember that one.
I will answer you the way I had a similar question to YouTube, and we asked the YouTube through the email.
At least it was Michael J. Fox. Be happy about that. Yeah.
What they basically are saying is that what it shows you is the history of most watched videos that your viewers are watching. So if your viewers, besides your content, are watching, let's say, Michael J. Fox videos, well, it's more likely that those videos are going to start suggesting your videos for them as the next to watch. Now you're going to remember that this is very super customized for viewers. So it is for those viewers that are going to be able to see that suggestion, not for everyone. So it doesn't mean that all Michael J. Fox videos are always going to suggest your videos. No, it's only for those users that are watching both J. Fox videos and you. So that's why in your analytics you see these suggested videos coming from as your source of traffic, coming from whole different places that you're like, why is it suggesting my video? But that's exactly why is just your viewers are watching both yours and that content, and that's why after a while it starts suggesting you. Hope it answers that. As I said, we had a similar question to YouTube, and that's what they answered to us. Rodden Games, hello, how are you doing? Box Outdoors says cool. And Harmon Comedy, hello. Okay, next question here is from Starlight Insight, so that you, Andrews, already answered that, by the way. And not Tyler the Creator asked the question, do you have any advice for getting views on a live video? That's a very good question.
Sorry, I was just doing this. To get on the live stream, you mean?
Yeah.
Okay, sorry, I was working on something, so you had sort of just run back.
Do you have any advice for getting views on a live video?
Oh, okay, so we're going to go to live stream, I guess we're going to.
Yeah.
Okay, So live streams is basically the same principles, and this sounds kind of a pointless statement, but I feel it's one of the most missed things in all live streams is treat your live stream like a video. Keep it engaging and keep points to it. Keep the topic running. Give people into a topic. Don't just make it broad. That means, hey guys, I'm on. Want to come hang out? That stuff's live stream killers. It's really killers. It's got to have a point, got to have an energy, got to come on with a point to say something with a beginning, a middle, and an end. And I cannot stress it enough. A beginning, a middle, and an end is so important. Run them the same as video. You wouldn't do that with a video. You couldn't say that, well, I'll run a video and see how long it goes. Have a point to it so people get a feel for where you're going, a rhythm to what you're doing, and keep running things back to the chat. Never forget that the chat is there. That's probably one of the worst things that happen. That advice I actually take from, I was banned, was Gene Simmons from Kiss, who I'm not a very big fan of, but he said something about when they got started as Kiss, because Kiss is very elaborate. And he said, why did they asked him, what gave you the idea? And he said, we were sick of it. And it's true, in the mid-'70s, all those bands like Kansas and everything, you go watch them play, 3/4 of the time they had their back turned to you, looking at their amp. And he's like, what the hell? I just paid money to come in here, and you can't even look me in the eye. You don't even know, you don't even acknowledge my presence. You're just staring at your amp. That's the same as live streams. A lot of people that get kind of just lost into it or mundane about it and forget there's people in there that's actually come to see you. Audience appreciation is everything, 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 everything. And just keep engaging them, keep turning, asking questions. That's why I see people in here who are really good at networking, are really good at doing that. Every time they don't say, got me 22, I grabbed you and stuff. Hey, I like what you're doing. I really am a big fan of farming. I had horses when I was a kid. And the person says back, oh, great, I'm glad you enjoyed it. And that horse is my fourth. Oh, really? Wow. How many do you have in general? And they get a conversation going all the time. People like that are really good at networking because they're building up connections all the time. And the more somebody knows about you, the more likely they're to feel comfortable with you, better the bond, better to keep people engaged in what you're doing here. So,
one of the best compliments that we had from a couple of creators that have followed us from the very beginning, when they say that we haven't really changed from the beginning, the way we're doing our live streams. And obviously, it has grown a bit since we started, but it is a compliment when they say that we as human beings, as hosts or whatever you want to call it, we're the same way when there were 4 people and when it's 60 or 100 people. Because I really think that you should be treating each viewer as important as any other viewer, and that's what I think gets lost oftentimes. Well, I only have 3 viewers. You have 3 viewers. They are getting their time wasted on your live stream, so make it valuable.
People come in and say something a lot. Sorry I couldn't make it last night. Sorry it's been a bit since I was here. And you've heard us time and time again. No, you don't ever have to worry about that. You never have to say sorry because we're lucky when you come in. That's part of doing that, because we found when we got on there was so much of this. Why weren't you at my live stream last night? Where were you? What were you doing? Hey, just wanted to send you a message. Noticed you weren't there. I mean, who the hell are you to take this? Can you imagine if they did that with TV shows? Hey, we got the ratings in last night. Noticed you didn't watch in Northern Kentucky. What's going on? I mean, seriously. When you're hosting the show, you've done what you have to do to get started, get a point together, get all those things. But after that, you better be thankful the people that come in, because they're the ones that keep you going. You can do all the grandest things in the world, but if you're locked up in your own little world and forget about these people that you guys, each and every one of you, is what's made this show what it is, made our shows what they are. Everything from the Wheel, Tech Talk Tuesday, etc., all those things. And some people say, oh, the Wheel and stuff like that. Okay, well, we got to give entertainment value because we have got to entertain an audience. Otherwise, why is people coming in? But all that set aside, it's you guys who make us what we are. We are all about audience appreciation because it's truly believed that's what makes things tick. And you can't get too high on yourself and ever think that you're the one saving God, that everybody should be into watching the. It's not. Some have this. If I build it, they will come attitude, and it don't work that way. It really doesn't. It really doesn't. You know, look what's going on right now with all the messes we've been having to deal with in that. You don't think we're extra thankful for you guys all right now? We feel extra bad when we got to say, guys, we're going to end it and head over to the next one. But we're very lucky. Yes, our numbers have even taken a beating in a little bit because of it, but you know what? Not that bad. Even with all the damage they tried to do to our channel, we still get about half of what we usually get. That's pretty good. That shows there's a lot of people that truly care and feel they have a place in here. And it's always been our job to make you guys feel like you have that place. And that's what you should be doing with your videos, with your live stream, anything like that. You should, it's important. It shouldn't be lost. There's no place for egos in here. Egos turn people off. Okay? I've seen it happen time and time again. It's a channel killer. You don't want to be dictated to. You don't need to feel like you got to kiss a ring to be in or anything like that. You know? Appreciate your audience, because they're the ones who are going to make it work or not. So, hope that answers that one.
There you go. And I can just add to it that from the tactical point of view, you definitely need to optimize your live streams the same as you do with the videos. Sometimes you can catch on a trend and just go on top of the searches just because YouTube like kind of picks you up, so to say, and that's the advantage of the live stream. You got to remember that it is very short-lived. And unless you do have a strategy on how to optimize it, it's not going to last for too long. So you got to understand how it works, because it does work differently from live streams and videos, because it is more short-lived altogether than the video. Video is more a green kind of thing.
And speaking of YouTube helping you out, there you go, folks. We've got limited monetization. There you go.
Oh my! Trying to avoid it so badly today, but I guess
even
something
changed our
triggered
title and everything else. And there you go, once again. So between trolls and YouTube, they've been making it quite a feat lately to be on here. So there you go. Just a little update.
Thank you so much. Thank you for all the support. 89 Metal is here. Thank you so much. TL Travel, do appreciate that as well. Thank you. A tactical point of view. Yes, that's right. Okay, now we have a couple more questions here, so let's do those. So we do have a question from, let me see here. Next question from Pixelpia. If you have a set upload schedule and for some reason have to upload later than you usually do and don't have a community tab, how do you best inform your viewers? Other social media accounts?
Twitter has been a big thing right from the beginning. Yeah. It really is. If you don't have community tabs and stuff like that, you should really, Twitter has been a big part of our growth. It's worth getting, as annoying as it can be, and all the issues that come with it.
You have to work with your audience beforehand as well, especially if you don't have a community page, is reminding them to hit that like button and to do the notifications. Not just notifications in general, but to actually remind them to activate all notifications and to activate their YouTube notifications on their mobiles if they have the YouTube. Because what happens often, that people do hit notifications on their desktop, but then they have disabled all YouTube notifications on their mobile. So that kind of deletes their previous step. You know, they don't get your bell, they don't get notification about your video. So if you do this education beforehand, then you don't have to worry if you do change the schedule so much, because you can more rely on notifications. Now in analytics, you actually are able to see how many people have rung your notification, how many actually get it. And now with the new add-on, even on the video level, you can see how many actually came from notifications as well. So that's a good way of understanding of how much notifications are actually working. And if they're not working well enough, well, maybe you should be doing, excuse me, a little bit more education on your part before, so to say. So when you do have these changes, they see it right away with the notifications.
Because when we started off, there was no community tabs or anything like that,
No.
and that's what we did. I mean, everything was, Twitter was invaluable.
Yeah.
Oh, Twitter's awesome. I love seeing what every woman had for breakfast, lunch, and dinner in 155 characters.
Oh,
or less.
Instagram is worse for that, Mike.
Yeah. The Instagram has taken over on that one by far.
I don't see any of that on Twitter, Mike. I don't know who are you following there.
I think you've been off for a while. This time, not that it's frustrating. I'm not a fanboy of it. I don't like it. I think it's still kind of clunky to use and stuff like that. But we can't argue with how it's helped us, especially before community tabs. I have to admit, it did make a big difference. Treasures of Texas, how are you?
And that's why, we always say that to keep your touch with your viewers outside of YouTube as well. And we know some of the bigger YouTubers say, well, no, you got to focus on your YouTube first. Yeah, but what happens when you lose that YouTube? What happens when you don't have access to it? When your channel gets deleted? When you don't have any other ways of connecting with your viewers? You can't put all eggs in one basket. You got to have at least another hub, another way of getting in touch with your viewers. Otherwise, it's such a risky adventure. You're putting everything in one thing. Yep. And really, for us, I must say, it has helped to build an audience for us, because you can, commenting on somebody's Instagram post or replying to a tweet, they can message us on Facebook. There's so many ways, because people use many different platforms as well for communicating. I think it really helped us to build interactive communication with the audience, instead of kind of like stepping away, okay, this is my audience and this is me, right? It's small involvement as well.
Well, that's the whole basis of what new media is like, is that interaction that was never had before, when it was left pretty much solely to television and radio, and newspaper, print media. So it makes every day like his your life. Somebody said a while ago, I lost it now, said I was told you should treat every viewer as if there was a million in the chat. Yes, always.
Very
always.
Great way of looking at it.
Most definitely. Vermels doesn't have to come back reincarnated. Oh my God.
Yeah, Pixel BSC, before you joined the YouTube, there was a messaging system as well available, which was a little bit kind of like a groups. Everybody had their groups, would spam your link, all the groups.
Sherry Austin says, I'm really liking Twitter lately. That is awesome. Good stuff. Glad to hear that. And Philip Cochran says, I don't want to touch my viewers, and I hope they feel the same way. Welcome, Philip. How are you tonight, Philip Cochran? Hope all is well. Hope you're doing fantastic. And Geo Jerry's Adventures in the house. How are you doing? Great to see you. Hope you're doing fantastic. Always a pleasure to have you in here too. Some great channels just walked in. We are Yellow Coin, folks. Yes, we are. And we got everything going on. But nonetheless, we're having a great time with these folks in here. And it's great to have you be a part of it. So.
And I see Free to Laugh now says, I've experienced limited monetization ever since I got married 32 years ago.
You don't miss a beat, do you? You don't miss a beat. Free to Laugh now. You're always on. I love it. Oh my God.
I love that. And TL, no, I do have your question and added to our queue here.
You want to get to the next one?
The next question here was from Happy Canadian. I'm looking at starting to do my editing on my iMac. Is there a program that you would recommend using or trying?
Oh my God! Now I'm forgetting with Mac. What's the one that comes with it?
Well, we don't use Mac, so yeah. I would suggest dropping this question back to the chat. And as we always, we're not going to answer something that we don't know. Yeah. So we're dropping this question back into the chat. If you're using Mac program, what is it that you're using for your editing? Let us know in the chat. For the Happy Canadian, you can even tag the Happy Canadian in the chat, so you can help a fellow YouTuber out. For iMac program, what would be an editing program for Mac right now that you are using? Yes, Farmal Fanatic, that's right. It is that color. And video froze here too. Interesting. Is it froze for everybody? No, I can see it. Okay.
You can see it? You checked? Okay, because I was going over to see.
Yeah, no, it's still good. So is anybody using Mac here in the house? Is anybody using Mac? Yellow Coin of Death, yeah, unfortunately. Movie Maker? I wonder if DaVinci Resolve can be used with iMac or not.
DaVinci Resolve can be used on a Mac, yes.
That's a fantastic program. Fantastic program, especially for denoiser. People are using it. Super amazing results for denoising their video footage.
If anybody doesn't know, it's made by Blackmagic, and Blackmagic is the pinnacle of cameras, amazing cameras, 4K and 8K cameras. expensive as hell cameras, and they got a great software, and they offer a free version of it with about 3/4 of the options, and it's really powerful. If I was starting off today and I didn't have it implemented into Premiere, I wouldn't be paying for it. I would be going, or even just buying it outright for the price of it at $1,000 and using it. So
Yes.
it's definitely something to recommend.
And the free version doesn't have watermarks or anything like that. It just have a little bit limited options, which you don't need anyway. If you're not like a pro editor, you don't need all options that are there, you know. So DaVinci Resolve is the program that is called, and yeah, I would definitely check that out. It's a great. There's lots of tutorials
Final
out there.
Cut Pro. There was the name I've been thinking of. Final Cut Pro. Excuse me.
Yeah.
A lot used on Mac. So.
And Free to Laugh now says iMovie and Splice. Yeah, we have heard about Splice as well. So there you go. The Happy Canadians. Splice is another thing that they have. People have been using on Mac as well. YouCut for some videos from Ghost Pirate.
There, I just put in a link to 12 best video editing software for Mac. I just put it in the chat, so this will have some options as well with the links to the program. So.
There you go. A whole bunch of options for you to check it out. Right, sure, Lisa, I do have a question, and I will add here on my notes here, so we can answer that as well. Great question. Thank you. Okay.
Okay, perfect. Yeah.
Yeah.
I know. I jump ahead of them sometimes. I know, and it's good that you keep them in. I like that. So.
Trying to keep it fair.
Yep.
Jackie says here for Mac, iMovie works well for editing and is free.
I
I now
use the
do
old
all
telephone.
editing on my iPhone 11 using app called Video Leap. Oh, that is a great as well. And guys, if you do go to our Discord channel, I do have there a separate folder that is for your favorite apps. And Jackie has added some of the great apps there as well that you can be using. You can add your favorites as well. So on our Discord, you can go and check the favorite apps for creators, and maybe there's something that you can use.
But you know, Geo Jerry, also who uses the old telephone. I keep picturing the old style ringer. You can you get Cardoso Media, a channel like that has done unbelievable things now using a PC, but what the work he's done on phone is incredible. So don't ever let it feel like it's limiting you too much. I think it's just easier on a desktop because you get more space to work and just for that comfort. But I mean, it's blown us away with some of the stuff that people are doing on a phone here. It's unreal.
Around a year ago, when we did, because this is one of the questions that get asked like the most, you know, and around a year ago, I did this experiment, so to say. I tried 15 different apps available at that time, like 15 top apps for Android, because that's what I have, for video editing. And I tried them for a good while, and it took like the whole months to try them all out. And you know, by now it's probably so many different other ones, but I still have that Vlogit app that at the end I found to be the best one for me to use for Android. But since then, I'm sure there's a lot of them. You just gotta try them. That's exactly what resulted our review of 15 different apps. You gotta try and see what is there that you want to use the most, because the extra features or overlays and filters is something very specific to you that you want to use. So you want to find something that you like, and that's going to be your favorite.
Sure. I use Power Director on my phone. Works great. And maybe I do use a rotary phone. Yeah. Maybe you and Farm will have like a party line or something like that together. Oh, you guys are too funny. So there you go. Just remember, you're never limited by it. Don't ever think you're limited. It's there's some great things being done on there. So there's always lots of options. So.
Next question was from Founded Buried, who asked on my dashboard page under the summary, the amount of money, is that the total I'll be receiving, or does YouTube still have to take their 1/3 of that total? Now, it's not the amount that you're going to be receiving to begin with. It's the approximate amount, so it has nothing to do with exact numbers. Your exact numbers are going to be almost always different when you see in your Google report. So when you get your payment, you're going to be able to see in your Google AdSense the report, and almost always it's going to be different. Why? Because Google adds its own money to it as well. It's not just YouTube. So you get some from Google, you get some from YouTube. There's a whole bunch of different systems there that are working. If you actually open your Google AdSense and your last report, you're going to be able to see the breakdown of where this money came from. So no, it is approximate, and it definitely doesn't reflect the exact earnings.
Yep.
So, by the way, if you're using that for taxes, don't use that number for taxes. Use your Google AdSense report for
Yes.
taxes and not what your YouTube says, please, because that's not an official document. Document.
There you go. You got your documents.
Yes. Pixel B, I had another question here from the other day. Andrew, this is specifically a question for you.
Okay.
What is the first thing you would recommend me to do when planning for a live stream?
First thing. Do dry runs and try it maybe unlisted or something like that. Goes if you're going through Zoom, just call up some friends, get them to even sit in, but have them not talk.
She already went live. I think she's asking like before going live.
Oh, okay. I thought she was asking for like all the new people out, like as a general question. Do a really good check. I sound kind of like a somebody that doesn't always do it, but I try to a lot, and I've been slipping sometimes. I notice. Always do a check of all your systems. Make sure everything is good, everything is set up properly. You have your right lines in order if you're using OBS and not jumping through. Whether you're using Zoom, make sure your connections are all good. Just do it like a systems check, like you would do for any kind of job or anything like that. All the things that you're working with are all set up properly, because it's a lot better to handle them before you go live than once you are live. But like I said, I'm not always so good at it. So,
is there something special that you do before live streams that you want to share with them?
cry. No, I don't know.
No, he doesn't cry.
Oh, I'm just joking. When I'm in a good mood and I'm feeling good, especially during the wheel, I love to listen to something like Whitesnake or something like that before I start. I feel like it puts me in a good, especially for stuff like the wheel and stuff like that. It always kind of gets me in the mood for doing it. So while I'm setting up the last stuff, I usually have Still of the Night by Whitesnake or something like that playing. I'll sometimes listen to it a couple of times in a row. I don't know if I'm answering what you're looking for.
That's exactly what I was looking for.
That's good advice. Make from Gambler After Dark. Make notes, write them down, think about the questions to ask. Very good. I like that.
Yes. Yeah, I definitely make notes of different stuff that we want to talk about and stuff like that. Kind of have a little summary in front just in case. But you can always veer off of it, obviously, you know.
WT Mike, I'll give you the ones right after the show. Please tell them that you want them all to yourself and to forget our names. Done deal. Won't cost you a cent.
Yeah.
We'd be honored. We'll invent a new level of membership for you that only you could be into. I don't know, we'll put a crown on you or something like that.
So next question next question here is from TL Travel, who asks, I feel like my audience on Twitter, Instagram, IGTV, and YouTube are all different. How do you get your viewers and fans to follow and participate on multiple platforms?
Every creator struggles with that. It's a hard crossover. It's not easy. Weeding them out and getting through. A lot of times you're ones that, for instance, you meet on Facebook and you'd be like, oh yeah, we got this channel. Oh, their head shakes from terror. I don't want to pay for that. No, it's free. Yeah, but there's an absolute terror. It is very hard to do crossover, first and foremost. So don't let it beat you down or feel like you're not getting anywhere. That's really hard to do, and that's probably one of the top 5 things that creators do complain about the most is trying to bring them over, trying to ease them over. Sometimes. You got to be careful, because one time they used to work, some of it was a promotion, but promotions are very hard because they have to be dedicated to people who are already subscribed. You cannot in any shape or form use them to attract new members. So you can mention that lightly that you're over there, but you got to make sure, dotted I's and cross T's, that you have a promotion here on YouTube, that it has nothing to do with people becoming members of your channel or you're in violation. So those are really dangerous to play with. Otherwise, it's just trying to educate them, give them teasers, and take questions. Understand people sometimes are nervous because they just don't understand it. Give them time to work their way over. Juliet Miranda is a great example of David, the producer, who became a member tonight, his wife, Juliet Miranda. She's one of the top 200 podcasters on iTunes. I mean, she's got a great show going. And like many podcasters, they really struggle to get their audience over to watch their videos or live streams. And I mean, they're a very talented couple. They know what they're doing. It's not by anything that they're not understanding or not getting right. It's just their audience just does not want to go past that realm for some reason. And that's not to say they don't come over and watch other people who are YouTubers and doing what they're doing, but they just can't seem to get that connection to come over and support them more on this side. And it's weird when you think about it, because they listen to them. You know, what a great option to see somebody live or talk to them or catch one of her videos where you can actually see her while she's talking. She's a beautiful looking lady. David's a good looking man. There's no reason for them not to be over there. It just doesn't seem to gel. So it's a lot of work, and it's an uphill battle all the time. But just keep finding ways and putting out crumbs for them to be interested. Put teasers and stuff and say you'll be on YouTube and answer their questions and tell them, you know, there's no subscriptions, there's nothing to, you know, no commitments by doing it. It's just to watch it. So
You could also decide what is your end target of your funnel, so to say.
Your end goal.
And if your end goal is more subscribers on YouTube, then that's what you should be pushing all of there, not more views on your IGTV or more subscribers on Twitter. But if your end goal is YouTube viewers, well, that's what you're pushing. You're funneling them there, right? So you can't have different goals on different platforms, because that's when it doesn't work. You have to have that funnel there. Yeah.
I'm just reading. I'm good.
So that's one thing. But I agree, it is definitely super hard. I do agree that some incentives also work. For us, for example, putting our viewers on Twitter worked super well with our selfies, because lots of the people actually made their Twitter accounts so they can put the selfie out there with the hashtag Lurentrip, which is beneficial for us, but most of them for them, because they get to enjoy a completely different platform that helps promote their content as well. So having incentives like that, like, you know, a shout out, make a YouTube shout out from, you know, or lots of people already have their YouTube channel. So somehow integrating that information and having that information with you from your followers on Instagram or on Twitter is something that you would maybe want to collect and go over and check their YouTube accounts as well. And maybe, you know, like sometimes you're going to make that first step. You know, so you have 1,000 followers on Twitter and 500 of them have YouTube channel. Don't wait for them to check you out. Go over yourself to the Twitter account, check if they have the YouTube link attached. If they do, go and visit them, check out their content and so on. So then you can connect on YouTube too. You just got to do the legwork sometimes, but it is super hard.
Daniel's Toolbox, I was just looking at your numbers. You're at 106 at 1006. So that's most likely why you're just caught in that little bit of purgatory thing. Like once you get over it a bit more, you should be getting your access to your live streams.
Yeah, I usually gets to 2 weeks or so.
Yeah.
And that glitch is gone now, apparently, that we're holding people for like 3 months.
Yeah.
That's gone, so you should be able to do that in a while.
Just try to gear them towards what you do. Make it the focal point. Try not to let them dominate your uploads as well. Because you don't want to ruin what you've already gotten up there. You know, you have a real dedicated niche channel. Keep it niche as niche can be. What if your final goal is being drunk and not passing out on the dog this time?
Wow.
Asking for
I'm
a
pretty
friend.
sure we can't answer this question since it's not about YouTube, so I don't know.
I think he means live. I think.
This is Wheel Life. Hello, how are you doing tonight? And welcome here. Shapla Vlogs here as well. Hello, how are you?
Welcome. Great to see you.
And we have more questions from Rideshare. Lisa was asking, I've been doing videos for about 2 months now, and I was wondering what brings people to your channel. What do you do to keep them? And TL Travel added to it. I'm wondering the same, and I've been on for years. Something like 90% of my views come from non-subscribers.
First off, I want to say hi. This is Wheel Life. It's great to see you back. Hope you're doing fantastic. Welcome. Great to see you all in here. Honestly, from the beginning, I mean, like right now, what I say keeps falling by. But in the beginning, what we did was, it was once we went live and we decided we were going to be a live channel, was just to look at what was missing from YouTube, what we felt wasn't getting answered, what wasn't being done, and try to gear our channel around that. And that is always a big piece of advice, because too many times people are looking and saying, well, they're doing good with it, so I'm going to do the same. And that's the worst thing you can do. That wheel has already been invented. That wheel's already going. And it doesn't necessarily also mean it's a good wheel. It could be a spare that's running on half empty. So look for what people aren't talking about within your niche. I'm going to bring somebody up. I know, I'm just trying to think of nobody's there. I brought up Farmall Fanatic, there's lots of farming channels, there's lots of tractor channels. Farmall is he specializes in one area. And yes, he went live for a bit, but I mean, he was already doing good before that. He's since stopped the lives. I don't know why some people aren't getting that. He doesn't do live anymore, hasn't done them in months. And it's gone even better. He was doing one a week, which I used him a lot as a case study because he seemed to be like the breaking point. There's lots of channels too that have done quite well in here without going live at all. It's not the be all end all of it. And anybody tells you that is out of their minds. So as a side note, the thing is to answer what people are looking for that's not being said on here. I cannot stress that enough. What's already been done has been done. And within your niche, think of it like doctors. Everybody's a doctor now in their niches. This is not, forget channels just fly by night stuff and all that. We're talking actual channels creating actual stuff. Pretty much at this point, everything has been done. And there's not just one's done it, but thousands and sometimes hundreds of thousands. It's where you fit within a niche to become a specialist. So instead of a doctor now, YouTube is craving specialists. That answers us more of a specific question. Another great one is RayKit. RayKit I've used thousands of times for that. RayKit has a niche. The gaming scene is the most saturated in all of YouTube. But he focuses on one specific game. That's what he does. That's his mark. He knows it inside and out. He's built up enough of a name that now he works with the engineers that are creating the game. They give him early insight, early access, gives him information about it, his input to it, as well as he can bring it to the viewers. He's almost became a voice to the viewers because he'll have viewers in there and say, oh my God, I noticed when you get to such and such a scene, you can see half the truck there and half it's cut off. He then takes it back to them. He's become invaluable to his viewers. He's also become invaluable to the game creators. What a place to be in the most saturated market. Find a way of doing things that are not being done properly. We looked at it and said, there's different things not being done here that we agree with. For different things. One while ago was interaction with the audience. We felt it was sorely lacking on YouTube. In our circle, from what we were seeing, it was really a missing point. So we focused a lot on that. So that brings an engagement to it, audience appreciation into it. That's something I think we started. If you go back and watch the earliest ones, you can see where that was already starting to build. Not getting an ego about it makes a big difference. I said that a while ago too. Ego is a big killer on here, a really big channel killer. We laugh at our mistakes all the time. We have fun with them. We learned that from Linus Tech Tips, one of the bigger channels is Win Show. Something screws up, laugh at it. Oh, it wasn't me, and then panicking and all that. Nobody expects you to be perfect here. We haven't gone through years of media training and everything else and all that, acting school, etc., being in front of the camera. We're all learning as we go. People just want honest people. Grimes finds in the house. There's another channel who's doing amazingly well. There are lots of locker channels. What's Grimes Finds doing? Audience appreciation times 1 trillion. That's how they're great on camera. They don't got it perfect yet, and they're laughing at themselves, and they'll never be perfect just like anybody else. But they run with it, and they have fun with it. And I've never seen a place where the audience feels so welcomed all the time. Big fusses are made about them. We hated premieres for a while because we felt they were being misused. He's the one who restored our faith in premieres again. Because go to Grimes Finds premiere, and you'll see nothing but audience appreciation. Everybody counts. Everybody matters. And people tend to follow you more when you get that. So I would definitely put a lot of it on audience appreciation and filling a crack in whatever niche you're into that people aren't looking at. Run with that. That's a great place to be. And then you're being your own person. And once you're original, you have a better chance of standing out from the crowd than blending in with everybody else. So anything else on you want to add to that?
Grimes Fans was saying just be you.
Yep.
And that's a great tip.
Yep.
As for the technical part of it, I just would remind you to prompt your viewers to subscribe to your channel and educate how to do it, especially if it's a viewer without content, meaning they're not YouTuber, they don't know the technicalities of how important it is to click the like button, subscribe, and ring the bell, and all of that stuff. If you ask a person, the regular person, a viewer, what do they actually subscribe to the channels they watch, most of them don't. because they don't know how important it is. So I would really prompt you not to delay it only to the end of the video, because only 5% really watches the end of your video, but put also it as a buffer. Where you do tell and educate your viewers how to subscribe to your channel, and maybe do a little overlay for the video where you actually show, the subscribe button, and tell them why it is important for you. And that's how you get the viewers that watch you to subscribe, so they get more suggested videos from you as a repeated content as well.
Call to actions are so important. So important. They make the world a difference. That thing we do here where we post, much love to you, don't forget to hit the like button. That took us from 40 to 50 likes to over 250, 300 a lot of nights. That one change changed it all for us.
Yeah.
Hidden Namaste, how are you? Great to see you. Hope you're doing fantastic. And a big welcome, too, for a channel that's just got back in the mix. I've been showing him a lot because he's back in the game, guys. He is back in the game after a year off. Oh, I clicked the wrong one. Up North of 60 is back in the game, folks. There you go. He's on his way to 60,000. His video a year ago, and he's got them coming back again. And 1 million views 1 week ago. Unreal. Keep it up. What a fantastic channel. Great to see. Hope you're doing fantastic, and so glad you're back, and you make amazing content. So Up North of 60, great to see you.
Free to Laugh Now says, I watch Grimes fights, hoping someday he'll get into my storage unit. Mickey Sidings, hello. Grimes Fights says, every YouTuber around me told me don't do premieres. I have done them for over 6 months straight, and I love them. Yes, and you're really a success story on those, and definitely good timing for those too. There was a problem when they just came out. Everybody was doing them left, right, and everywhere, and they weren't even in the chat. Like, your premieres almost feel like live streams. You're kind of, you understand it's a premiere, but at the same time it feels like you're in the live stream, which gives the same vibe that your live streams did. People sometimes just put the video out there. They're not even in the chat. It just lives on its own. Nobody's in. That's
it was there because it was there, and we were so excited and cheering people on that once they come out to start using them, and then you go to them, exactly, it was a wasteland. Nobody there, just complete. And then people started getting turned off when they seen premiere. They wouldn't go.
Yeah.
So that's why when we say you reinstated our faith in the premieres, we owe you that, because you most certainly did. That is the truth. Is there a right way, wrong way to call to actions during Geo Adventures? Yes, early on, do it. You can either do it as like a build-up segment, 15, 20 seconds of what's going to happen, and then you jump back to you saying, guys, all right, great to have you in here. Let's jump to it. Don't forget to hit the like or something, or have it pop up. That's the subscribe with the arrow clicking on or something like that. Early on at least once. Don't leave it just to the end, like Xenia was saying. Catch as many people there as possible. We all forget, like we're doing it, we joke around a lot, but I do that, okay guys, alrighty folks, we're going to stop, let's see if we can rock the world here, is that thumb gray? That helped us immensely with thumbs again. It really did. We wouldn't do it if it didn't work. I mean, the first time you fight is kind of, show love. Now, let me see. I don't have my translation book, but I think that means hide me. There we go. There you go. That's a lot of love. All right, so that's what I would say about that, though. I would definitely get them in early and make them visible. Even, I would say, what's their names? Tony and Chelsea now started doing it. They're 1.4 million. They've started doing it again. And I watch for YouTubers, we watch for big YouTubers starting these trends again. Same as tags. When we started on them first, people were like, the big YouTubers said you never need them. Then we started seeing people like Peter McKinnon and them starting to use them again. So there's got to be some benefit if they're bringing them back. So.
And remember, YouTube actually allows you. It says you can prompt your viewers to subscribe, like, and share your content. It actually says it's in the guidelines. So, all that BS about don't say a word subscribe on your video. They actually tell you can use it. So just FYI.
Announcement. This is from Pusa Studio. Please subscribe. That is all.
The end is near.
There we go. Now we'll see if the channel disappears.
Don't
say subscribe, but put I pineapple you 7,500 times a minute, and that's all good. So it's repetition that gets you in trouble, not the words you use. We always say that here. If you find a channel you like, hey, Grimes fine. Love your channels. Man, your channel's on fire, and I love storage units. I subscribed. Perfect. Great. It's better than I subbed you. So.
A great point Grimes finds about putting in the notifications. Pix, I try and keep my videos 17 to 25 minutes and have them uploaded an hour before to make sure I get 30-minute notification. That is a great point, and I want to remind you guys that no matter if it's a live stream or it's a video, you can actually in your advanced settings put how much in advance you want it feature on your channel, number one, and how much in advance you want the notification being out there, because you can actually put it like a day ahead, you can put it 12 hours ahead, you can put it an hour ahead, and sometimes people forget to put either of those and nobody knows it is there. So remember, in your advanced settings you can actually click, which one you want there, and always try to feature the upcoming premiere or the live stream on your page, as much as possible, because it definitely gives exposure for you as well. This is Wheel Life. Hello and welcome here. Just want to remind you, no self-promotion.
Yeah.
It's just the way we are running this chat, nothing personal.
Yeah, it's the same rules for everyone. So I came over to cut the grass and milking the cow. Well, thank you so much, Philip, and I'll be over to cut your grass and milk your cow as well. Thank you.
Super sticker, super chat, super sticker, super chat, super sticker, super chat. Patreon Pirate, thank you so much for the super sticker, super chat. Thank you so much. Thank you.
Do appreciate it. Do appreciate it. Thank you so much, Patreon Pirate. The support is greatly appreciated by us. Thank you so very much for that, and hope you're doing fantastic.
No, Madam Broken says the best way I've seen it done. They say please hit like and subscribe and ring the bell to see my notifications. It really does help my channel. Exactly.
Yep.
Educate your viewers. The best way.
Even like a lot of people, we're all creators. That's why I say, like, that posting when we post and that get the thumbs up, shake the world. Even as creators, we forget. I've seen myself helping out other channels. You see me post that in other ones, and it'll be 20 minutes like, oh shit, I forgot to myself. It happens. So reminders are always a good thing, whether creators or even especially with followers. Brian asks, I'm going to put it out there, the thumbnail. Ksenia in the glass is hot. Just saying. There you go, Brian asks.
Thank you. Thank you. Big Sylvia, yes, I got your question. Thank you. And in fact, I think this is the next question from Pixelpia. I think you're using OBS. Is there a way to add Zoom or another conferencing software in OBS? Andrew's going to know a little bit more details on that, but I can tell you that all our interviews, well, almost all, except for the very beginning, are actually a combination of Zoom and OBS, because Zoom provides, at least for us, the best audio and video quality. People have been using Skype, people have been using other ways of integrations with OBS. We have tried a couple, and Zoom seems to be the best quality.
Yep. For the love of God, I'm going to put it out there. If you're doing it, please use separate cameras, and please cut yourself off so you don't have two of you talking at the same time, one through OBS and one through Zoom. Just saying, it's as bizarre as it gets. I don't even know what else to call it. It's bordering on creepy to watch. So that's what we do. We have a camera here. Even last year, we just changed our cameras over when we added the Sony a6400. But right now, we would be running through the Sony a6400, and then we have another camera right beside it, the one we used to use for our main one, our C922. That one is set up specifically for Zoom. So when we go over, we just have a window share. So we keep our regular camera, just bring it in OBS into another scene, and then we import Zoom itself pinned on the person we're talking to. So it doesn't change between the both of them. I mean, the one we used before for people to see us on Zoom, the ones at home aren't going to see it anyway. So we used always our cheapest camera for that. It was just so they didn't feel like they were talking to a black screen.
Yeah. Yeah,
exactly. So that's just, I would feel weird about that too. They can hear you, but you need to see people. There is interaction. So that's why we have two of them like that. I mean, you can even buy a second-hand one from somebody. It's just as long as it works. Camera and Zoom when combined with OBS. Yes, use your main camera in your OBS. I don't have it set up right now, but you see this scene right here. If we were to jump over, say we were interviewing you, we would bring you in through Zoom. I have a second camera that we use for that for you to see me. So we would jump to the next room and do a window capture. So there would be one would be this, that's regular using, what you see right now of us, and then the other window would have you in Zoom. So we don't see us through two different windows. It looks bizarre when you would have me here and us here and then us in the Zoom window as well. So then you would just pipe in the view as Zoom and put them side by side. I hope that explains it. I know it's a little tricky to understand, Maybe that's one of the things I can do in
Members only.
members only. Yeah.
Yeah.
But you have a PC, don't you? You have a new. I would be a bit hard on cell phone for the. If you're on cell phone, you're not going to be using OBS anyways. Then you're just going to be going straight Zoom or through the YouTube Go Live, so you don't need it anyways. That's only if you're using like OBS, you would need that.
Brian S says, I do a live show on dedicated channel with a co-host like you guys, but we have a guest, and the hardest thing is not taking over one another. It goes by time. See, we are married, and even then, we talk over each other. But I think it adjusts over time. It's just you start feeling each other, like kind of where to put something, where there is a pause, where you kind of feel that the other person is ending their sentence, so to say. You got to really listen, not just think of what you're going to say. And I think that's the best way of doing it, because sometimes people are too caught, well, what is my next thing to say? And you don't hear that tone of voice that might hint you that they are at the end of the sentence. So just listen more to to the partner or to the guest, and it'll let you be more intuitive and where to put your sentence in. I find. What do you think?
No, I agree. And if we interviewed somebody like tonight, if we were to bring somebody on, it would feel awkward again, because it is a rhythm that you get back into.
Yeah.
And I would feel like it's kind of starting over a bit. I would probably come back quicker because we've done it before. But it is a rhythm, and the more you get into it, the more you get a feel. Xenia and I, as much as we joke around and like we bicker and stuff like that on camera, I think we've built up a pretty good way of doing it for the most part, where we kind of understand where each one's going next, to the point of even watching the chat go by when it's really fast. We can kind of break it up. I tend to look at the bottom part. She's looking at the bottom side of the channel. I'm looking at the top. We don't discuss it. It's just kind of becomes second nature. It's almost weird sometimes when we're not on. It feels, in YouTube in general, like we have our day off and stuff like that, it feels almost a bit like we've just come back from sea, like we have sea legs.
Yeah.
It's really weird how YouTube's become a part of our life that way, and how you notice it the day that you're not on. It's like something's really missing. You're not almost quite sure, like, interacting with everybody. I don't know how to explain it. It's a weird feeling. It becomes a part of you. David, how are you? Welcome.
I see now Grimes fans here was talking about collaborations. Don't force it. Find channels you truly like and would click with. You will make great friends and new viewers, and vice versa. Definitely, and it definitely shows into Grimes finds. I mean, the amazing YouTubers you have been collaborating for us. It definitely helped as well, because all of our interviews really are collaborations of different kind. Not all of them are big YouTubers. Not all of them are YouTubers altogether. But nevertheless, all of them bring some part of the viewers or their audience to us, which is a part of collaboration. For example, Nomadic here, we always bring up as a great example of came here when we had an interview with Bread Van Life. He came here as a part of the our guests audience, and he stayed here, still here.
Yep, that's right.
So it definitely, I think interviews definitely helped us grow our channel to where it is now, because it exposed us to so many different audiences. Not everybody's going to stay, and that's just normal, but you have that exposure to so many audiences, to so many people that otherwise maybe wouldn't even know about you.
But I agree with what he said about the like choose it wisely too. Don't jump at everything every time, because it's got to be beneficial for both.
Yeah, I agree.
And there's lots of times, you'll get offers for it right away, especially once you start picking up a bit of momentum. All of a sudden, like, everybody wants to be your friend. You can only do so many. You have to choose them wisely. There's a channel might say, hey, I want to do a collab with you. It's going to be fantastic. But when you get over there, it's all like, sub for sub, or it's all, God forbid, some hate channel, or you don't know what you could be falling into. Just take a moment before you agree. Make sure it is a beneficial for you. You guys do a great job of give and take, and my co-host and I do too. But when you mix in a guest, it goes to the third power for some reason. Yes.
You got to be in control of your live stream. You can't give the control to the guests. Sometimes it's super hard and they want to take over whatever you're doing, and you're gonna kind of
Yep.
keep them on the track. And Andrew is super good as with that. There have been a couple guests that want to veer off completely out of what we wanted to talk about, and you just gotta get them back. You gotta keep them back. You know, it's
Yep.
hard. It's super hard. Yeah.
And it is like some guests are pretty big. Like, you know, we've had, and I'm not naming off ones that gave us problems, but I mean, like Michael Price, he's the head of, co-creator of F is for Family, The Simpsons. I mean, we've had some pretty
Hollywood
big ones.
millionaire. You know.
Yeah.
Why would he care about us?
Exactly. And even though we're so gracious to have him on, I mean, you want him to feel, but you know, you still have to remember that you're the one running the show, because it's making all of us look good if you do so. That's your responsibility onto it. So, and Michael was fantastic. Don't get me wrong. I'm just saying, like, you know, they can be that. You still have to keep that same mentality going all the time, which is a bit harder. Or when we had Sean Ward on, you know, we were a channel of what, maybe 5,000?
Yeah.
He was at 3.4 million. You know, it's hard to sit there and you know, but Sean was also great, but it's still, you have to monitor your show. I remember when this was a trained channel. That's right, Philip. That's right.
I think a good thing that we were doing with our guests, we always, before the live stream, we send them an outline of what we're going to be talking about. And obviously there were some themes that we would talk about out of that. But there is some kind of like, okay, we would like to touch on this, this, and that. So they kind of are aware about it, at
Yep.
least, that we would like to include that, and maybe don't veer off so much, you know.
Grindfine says, good point. Associating with negative/drama channels will hurt your image brand. Definitely. It's like bands when they're playing, you know, and they start getting offered venues. They're starting to get some momentum. And, you know, oh, this club wants you to play and this club wants you to play. Well, what happens if you're kind of a jazz scene and they throw you into a biker bar? You know, it's definitely not going to build up your audience any, and it's just going to be detrimental for you. So, yeah, when the schedule...
It's just part of the question I'm trying to understand.
Okay.
Some guests you have to drag it out of, and some you can't get to shut up. Yeah, well,
Yeah.
that's just part of it. And like I said, Andrew is super good at that, like guiding the guest through the I don't know how he does that. Really doesn't prepare too much beforehand. I think it's just a gift.
Yeah, that was the thing. Xenia would read up on everything, and I would touch nothing. I wanted to be just like if I was sitting in the audience and have no clue about what they do. But for me, that just worked better on the conversation side, and then Xenia could hit them with like... But you, I seen this really neat thing you did 8 years ago that was kind of, and they love that kind of stuff, and that's how we just chose to run our channel like that.
Yeah.
I sent Renee from Storage Wars bullet points for our live, and he laughed at me. Really?
Yeah, some really find it funny. But some are more stressed, especially if they're not used to. I'm sure they are more used to the camera, so it's different. But
Yes.
some are just super nervous beforehand, so it kind of helps them, will anchor them as well.
Thank you, Gary. We missed them too, but we were starting to get so much third-party meddling in our channel, it wasn't fair to the guests anymore.
Maybe
Yeah.
we would love for it to come back, but it would be unfair for our guests to pay
No.
for other people's...
Like, imagine you invite somebody in there like that, and then all of a sudden you start getting botted views going up in the thought. That's what happened with one of them in particular, but a couple of them. We had them on, and in 10 minutes got 170 dislikes. I mean, how do you sit there and say thank you to somebody for coming on
Yeah.
and have that happen to them? It's not fair to them, you know?
We really enjoyed it. I mean,
Yeah. We love doing it.
the people that we got to talk with that I have never thought in my life that I would be able to ask questions is just for that, it was worth to have a YouTube channel. No matter
Yep.
what happens after that, it was so worth it.
I think we loved it most of all,
Yeah.
really. And it's a lot of work. It's a lot of work on our part to have it meddled
Oh
with.
yeah, especially when we had them 5 times a week, 5 guests a week, guys.
Yeah, it was too much. It was too much. But we might be bringing it back, but it's going to be in a different way that protects them more. That's the thing. It's sad. It really is sad. You know, it's as soon as you start doing good in something, there's somebody who wants to meddle with it. What can I say? That's just the honest to God's truth. And you know.
Yeah. The happy Canadian who was one of our guests at the very
Yes.
beginnings, and I can remember our interview. It was like the lost friends catching up over coffee.
It was.
It was such a great discussion. Thank you. And that's what we always kind of strive to have it, no matter if it was Michael Price or if it was his fellow YouTuber, that we're just having a chat, you know, like we would buy a cup of coffee and treat it the same way. Because I'm sure, like, for example, people that are, you know, celebrities, they're used to like, oh, but then they appreciate when you treat them like normal human beings, you know, and that kind of been hopefully throughout all of our YouTube channel altogether. You have that, you know, try the fairness philosophy all throughout with the interviews, with tips, with treating you guys in the chat the same way, and so on. And kind of have that whole philosophy all throughout our channel as we have been on YouTube.
Memory cells, how are you? Welcome.
Good to see you. Console Fix here as well. If you have a guest in live stream and you're by yourself, how do you properly keep an eye on the chat and keep interacting with them?
Hats go off to you guys that do a single channel. I couldn't imagine doing it without Xenia.
I have done 2 of them like that without Andrew. One was Art Morbid, and the other one was Who's Your Back Outdoors.
Yeah.
And the hardest part was I didn't know anything about the fishing, and Who's Your Back Outdoors back then was solely fishing. Like, oh my God. What am I gonna do here? But the chat helps. What you do, you do keep an eye on it, but you mainly focus on your guest because your guest is a focus. It's a star, you know, of the show, and I just relied on people helping in the chat. I don't know how you guys do it.
Nope. Hats off. Hats off to you. Done it some. I used to have a thing I used to do. What was it called? I forget now. Where I just go on alone. I forget.
Oh yeah, winging it.
Winging it. Yeah. And no, I can't imagine doing it. We've become such a part of each other. We don't always see eye to eye onto it, but we're still, I think we're just like such a package to do anything now. It just doesn't feel. Usually if I go alone, somebody's getting a blast. Now that's about the only time that I go alone. I don't want Xenia to be a part of it, and I'm pretty angry. So.
I would designate somebody to collect all the questions. So if you're alone, you're focusing on your guest.
Yes,
designate somebody in the chat beforehand, or maybe somebody who comes in first to collect all the questions. So then when you're done with your guest, ask that person, well, can you please give me out the questions that you had throughout in the chat? So then you can ask those questions to the guest.
Yeah.
Okay, next question. Oh my God, we veered off completely off everything. Ben Burr person asked here, if you're live streaming, should you tell viewers not to click skip the ad, or it doesn't matter?
It helps a lot. It's not that it's going to get you rich, but you appreciate when they do. You thank them for it. You don't push the ads, but you thank them for watching, the ones that do. Make a little extra celebratory out of them, because it does help a lot. It really does. It's not that you're going to get rich off it. It's just that if YouTube's making money, it's going to recommend you to more people.
Yeah.
It is a good thing. Like I say, you don't threaten them and don't lose it on them. Just celebrate the ones that do. Make a little bit more of a fuss about them, and then other people might jump on board as well. So.
Yeah, maybe you have noticed some of the people coming into our live stream and saying, "Oh, I'm still watching the ad.
Yep.
You know, I can't hear what you're saying." And we do appreciate that, we do, but you know, you can't force people to watch it in full, especially sometimes those ads are longer than the videos. Have you seen that, guys? A 40-minute ad on a 5-minute video? I don't know what's going on with that. I don't know what's going on with that sometimes. Okay, so let me get to the next question here. And the question, will YouTube penalize you if you use only PayPal instead of YouTube for Super Chat? No, you are not required to use super chats. You can disable them altogether. So if you're monetized, you can actually disable or not enable, that would be more correct, the super chats on your live stream. So people even don't have an option to do a super chat to you. That's up to you if you want to use it or not. As for the using of the PayPal, yes, you can use PayPal. Once again, I would remind you not to use it at the first line of your description, and I would really suggest to kind of make it a little bit more appealing, okay? Because PayPal payments have been very much associated, especially on YouTube, with kind of like donations and fundraising and like charity more than a tip that Super Chat really is. So I understand why you would be doing it, because you would avoid the 30% that YouTube takes. But I always bring up the example of Juliet, who, as a podcaster, she has a PayPal account there too. But instead of saying, "Well, pay my PayPal," she says, "Buy me a drink."
Yep.
And that sounds so fun. Like, yeah, why not? I'll buy you a drink.
Yep.
But if she would say, well, you know, put money on my PayPal, well, that sounds kind of weird, right? So just dress it up a little bit more fun for your viewers, and definitely, why not? Use it instead of Super Chats.
We talked about that a lot lately. It seems to be keep coming up a recurring theme. It's okay to make money on here. There's no stigma about it. There's a difference between making it part of the show and supporting somebody you like versus begging. And that's what happens. And I understand for some people where they can't draw the line more because they see so much of that going on. That's why Juliet is probably one of the best examples of that. It really is. Our memberships, that we've been doing, I mean, they're a great example as well. We're more than happy to do it. And yes, people are paying now something each month for us. But we tend to give a lot of in our shows, and people know they're going to get them in those as well. Something extra into it. And it's part of growing our channel. We have to do that. It's especially with everything that's going on lately, that's part of protecting our channel. It's okay to do. As long as you're not making people, it's always just to go out and just asking for money. That's between busking and panhandling. It truly is. G'day, kiddo. Pusa, I have a favor to ask. If you possible to take my wrench away. My twins got to my phone, and I'd rather nothing bad happens.
Oh my God. Okay.
Okay, we're gonna. This feels weird.
Nobody times out Psycho Ducky.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah. Oh my God. Yes, PayPal is popping in the about sections of a lot of channels. Well, did you know we have it too?
Yep.
Probably not.
That's right.
And go find it now.
Why? Because it's not the first thing in our description. It's not the first thing that's
it's not even in our description.
Nope.
Yeah. So
could be a career, LOL, but it can be and a full-time job. Don't feel bad about making money. I made 25 videos in Feb. You are doing a great job if you're doing it right.
Very, very, very right.
There, you're right.
Love hearing that.
That's right. That's right. That's right. That's
big selfie. So you can put it in the chat if you want to, but like I said, I would really suggest addressing it out because it just has a very bad reputation. Just having a PayPal link or support me on PayPal. It just have a bad ring to it, and it's not just us saying. It's just the overall kind of vibe to it, that has been becoming as of late. So.
It is hard lately because it gets tainted like everything else. There's so much takes advantage of it that it's hard for the ones doing it legitimately. We struggled for a long, long time. Even the likes, we struggled for a long time because it was so overbearing in streams and that. It was ridiculous. We're we don't want no part of it. And we didn't promote our channel enough. We really didn't. And that was, in the end, that's on us. We made that decision. But it was time to change things around and just keep reinstating to everybody that we're doing it the right way. That's the thing about it. And if your audience is believing you in that, and you're not pandering them and guilting them and nagging them about it, that's the difference between busking and panhandling. I can't stress that enough. There is a gigantic difference between the two. Looks like Patreon was met its match.
Yeah, the memberships basically are there to reflect. First, they were really just super straightforward, but now with adding more features, they're definitely trying people to stay more on YouTube. That's the whole point of everything that they're doing here, is to kind of condense people onto one platform.
I have a big shout out. Our ones that have joined so far tonight. We had a really great join up tonight. We have the Sneaky Fox joined us. We have More Eats joined us. Damon Warren joined us. The Happy Canadian joined us. David, the producer, joined us. Mandy, Mixed Media Queen, joined us, as well as Budget Bushcraft. Actually, both of them went to the Wrenched Up because there's two packages. They joined and upgraded. And Yeti Mountain Trading joined us. And Randy's Paranormal. So it's been really great tonight. Really great turnout. We're actually able to make a new emoji out of it. There you go.
Yeah, Andrew's going to be hardworking after this. So Winter Nation is here.
Yeah, Ian's been around for a while, back and forth on that. How are you doing, Ian? Good to see you. I typed in a while ago. Now I can say it in actuality. How are you? PJ Azoria, how are you? Good to see you. You guys are straight shooters. I've learned more about building my tiny channel than anywhere on this YouTube thing. You guys rock. Well, thank you so much. Do appreciate it. We do the best we can. We've always been honest, guys. I mean, they try to use it against us, but I will tell you when something's going on, like showing the screen, and all those things, when something's happening, good or bad, here it is. This is where we stand. It might not always want to be the answer that people want to hear, but it's an answer. That's the only way we know how to do it. You help me a lot. Well, Pixel P, and don't forget you and Brian. All of you guys help us immensely. There's no hero in it. There's never one person. You guys, Jack Knight, Finnegan, all these channels, you guys all help us so much just by being here. All the stuff you guys done for us, the times you've recommended, the times you guys were interactive in the chat, times you're here through good or bad, all those things. That's why anytime anybody gives us a compliment, I throw it right back at people because, I mean, the invaluableness of an audience, you can't put a price onto it. It's what makes your channel. Runny Egg, how are you? Welcome, welcome, welcome. Subscribe, star, an alternative to Patreon.
Oh, yes, you can definitely mention it. Sorry, I wasn't aware of that. Yes, of course. If you want people to sign up and that's what you're doing, that's part of what you are doing, definitely. You can always do that. Just don't do the promotions to guide people away from the platform.
Yep.
That's the part that is against the guidelines. So if you, for example, I'm just saying, if you are on D Live and you are doing a live stream on D Live, don't do a video on YouTube telling people, oh, I'm going to have a D Live stream. No, everybody go to D Live. This is against the guidelines. Big YouTubers like Linus Tech Tips have had removed their video strikes on that. This is so against the guidelines altogether. So yes, you can mention the platforms. You can tell that you have them, but don't guide people away. Sorry.
No, that's okay. LC Adventures, you have a great dinner. Enjoy yourself. Have a fantastic night.
We had a question from Survival of the Fittest who asked what is the best, worst day of the week to upload. There are statistics of Google what are the peak times of for different time zones to upload. You definitely have to look at your own subscribers and where are they from, which time zone they are from. Because that's gonna tell you what is the better time to upload. Sometimes your time zone is not the same time zone that your subscribers are from, so that's something to look for. Also, you want to look what kind of gender statistics, age statistics are there, because that's gonna also tell you if they are more evening watcher person or morning ones. For example, stereotypically, but housewives tend to watch it more through the day, because the evening is more with the family, and so it's stereotypical, but still it is there. And I don't want to offend anybody, but that's what statistics are showing. So you're definitely gonna look into your analytics. Definitely the evening part of whatever time zone you are is gonna be the highest rated, as always it is, but it's also gonna be the most competitive. So that's something to look out for. Sometimes the most competitive one is not really the best for the smaller channels because you get squished into suggestions and nobody sees you. So sometimes when you start out, it is better to be a little bit out, off season, so to say, a little bit before or after, and then slowly kind of moving into the best time for everybody when the peak time, 7, 8 o'clock, whatever it would be for your time zone. So yeah, back at the time when we started, we just fell into the time zone. Actually at 8, we have moved it to a different time just because of our kids since then. But we fell into that because there was people that were going live before us and after us, and that slot was empty, so we started live streaming, kind of went with it. But if you're, we got lucky with that. Definitely don't rely on it. Racket Army Zombie loves you all. Zombie me, thank you so much.
Hey. We're lucky. Ray Kid has a fantastic following as well.
Yeah.
And always been great people out of there. Thank you so very much for that. Great to see you. And Brian S. says, I tell all my buddies with channels about this channel. One of the guests I've had on my channel, Pusa Head First. These guys rock. And funny you should mention him because I think that's who you mean, I believe. He was one of the ones that night that got hit when we were getting hit with all the trolling.
Yeah.
And I never felt so bad in all my life because he was a fantastic guest. And that's half the reason why we started winding down our live streams was because of that night. That's one of the nights that put it into motion.
Now, Andrew, while I'm answering the next question, can you download a picture from the messenger that I sent you? Because it will tremendously helpful.
Alrighty.
For one of the questions. So there was a question from PJ Azurin who asked, what are the requirements for setting up the memberships to your channel? And I can tell you that the official requirements still in the guidelines are that you have to be either the gaming channel or you have to have at least 30,000 subscribers. Now, if you look at ours, you'll see we are neither or. I don't know why did we get them. I don't know if it's a part of experiment. There is no official notice that it would be a part of experiment. Not sure. So we just got them on Christmas. But officially, you have to have 30K or you have to be a gaming channel.
It's one side note, because some then have tried to push themselves as gaming channels to get it earlier. Remember, by doing that, you're also putting yourself into the most competitive side of YouTube. So it's not always a plus to go and do it. Just because some have heard that and ran with it and all of a sudden became overnight that, it's not the right way to do it. I just can't stress that enough. So, do you want this up?
Yep. TL Travel just added it was recommended to me at VidCon to find the peak upload time and then try uploading 15 minutes before or after that to stand out but still be in the time frame.
Find your time frame and upload, but put it up earlier. You're shooting HD because you'll give it time to render and then have it release around that time. Just as a side note, like just don't put it up and let it go, then let it get its tracks, let it get up earlier and then have it set to release around that time. So.
So let's get to that question. Question was from Playworthy about using the affiliate links, and we actually talked about that a while back. So this is not going to be new for you if you haven't, if you have seen our live streams before. But this actually explains the new guidelines that are not new anymore, but exactly how you should be displaying affiliate links. And the question appeared yesterday as well. So just a reminder for you, Amazon is not the only place where you can get affiliate links. Might be a surprise for you, but you can get affiliation with Walmart, you can get affiliation with Target, and almost any store out there that has online presence. And oftentimes it doesn't even need requirement of the minimum subscribers or anything like that. You just need to sign up. So whatever niche you're in, just check out the websites, the stores that are providing affiliation. Usually it's the very bottom of the page where they have affiliates or contact us, and you can check it out. So how do you do that within the guidelines? Do clearly state your affiliation and benefits you receive. So you always have to say that you have, like, these links contain affiliation links and I benefit, with a commission or percentage or whatever it is. What you can do, you can't say, and this is something that changed when these ones came out and we talked about that, you can't say these are affiliate links and it supports my channel growth or something like that. Like often people were doing it and it's actually against the guidelines, because you can't be prompting people to use the affiliate links to support your channel, okay? It's not part of supporting your channel. Using YouTube features, watching, viewing, liking, sharing, that's what supports your channel. Using affiliation links, prompting them to do that to support you is against the guidelines. Check in our description below, you see clearly stated that it is affiliation links, and it doesn't say that it helps support our channel. So just make sure that you mention those. Do use original links. You can't use link shorteners. And I do see a lot of videos that are using link shorteners like Bits and Magic and all of those. And I know lots of them still use it. You always run a risk of getting struck.
There's always people that run past that stop sign by your house every day until one day the cop is out there. That's what it is. It's good. It's all working well until you get caught doing it. So
that's right. Do you use only links that are relevant to your video content? That's right. As well, we mentioned that yesterday. If you do have a video about about cleaning the house, and then all of a sudden you put an affiliation link to kids' toys, well, it has nothing to do with your video. Okay. Yep. It has to be relevant to your video. If it's an equipment, you use, or it is a subject that you're talking about, it has to be relevant to whatever your video is about or your channel is about. It can't be just random links put there.
Quicksilver, how are you? Canadian Drone Hub. Roger is in the house. How are you? Great to see you. Hope you're doing fantastic. Great to see you. Great to see you. Exploring with DP is also in the house. How are you? And LNG Assassin says, really been missing you guys. Great to have you in here. Hope you're fantastic. We miss you as well. Hope all is good with you. Crazy Cannon, wishing everybody a great night. Why can't you use link shorteners? I have no idea that was a rule.
Well, that is in YouTube guidelines. So this is taken out of YouTube guidelines of affiliation use in your description. I don't know why. Maybe it's easier to detect for them, and it is not misleading. Sometimes links, and we talked about that before, can be misleading. So they say one thing because you can customize shorteners.
Yeah.
And the end result where you click is something else. So
I think that's for the
it's-
scrubbing of it to be able to verify them.
Yeah.
That's the main reason why, like Xenia was just saying.
Yeah.
It can lead anywhere. It's easier for the AI to pick up onto it on a direct link.
Yeah.
Like when we were doing the selfies of the day, when I did the community post, there was 4 of them. It would have been so much easier to use a link shortener there. Would have made it look nicer, more refined. I missed it like crazy. But that's exactly why we didn't use it, for that exact reason, because they are against community guidelines.
That's right. And now you can't overcrowd them. Just because you have affiliation doesn't mean you can put 100 of them there. Either put something that is by category, especially on Amazon, for example, or on Walmart. You can make your wish lists. You can make category lists. So if you have a lot of things that you want people to check out on affiliation links, categorize them together and then share that link as affiliation link, not 100 different items. That's overcrowding. Is kind of spamming, stuffing with keywords. It's kind of the same way. It's just spamming, so don't do that. That's also against the guidelines. And what else was there?
I seen one today, guys, doing, speaking of that, I was with stuffing and tags, and not only just tags, but their channel tags, and it was absolutely unbelievable. I still can't get over it. I'm not going to get into the details of it, but seriously, folks, be careful what you put in there, okay? It's everything on your descriptions, titles, and tags, and channel tags have to be relevant to what you do. Yes, there's some more names of stars and stuff like that will bring in lots of people. If they're not connected to you in any shape or form, you are asking for a great big old fat community strike. So, unbelievable. Benny Bass Fishing, how are you? Great to see you. Oh, you're out? Okay, Quicksilver, you have a great night. Be well. And AliExpress 3, how are you? Thumbs up to you. There you go. Hope you're doing fantastic.
This is a sentence that we're using, and I'm going to post it in the chat. Pixel P, you definitely have to disclose that this is affiliation. It doesn't matter that you're not getting a percentage, you're still getting something for them using it, and that's affiliation. So you just have to disclose. Don't have to say exactly what you're getting or you're not getting. All you have to do is just disclose that it's affiliation. I've just posted again what we're posting in ours when we are using ours. Now, don't place them at the beginning of the description. That's also one of the things. Now, you will see bigger YouTubers using that first 2 lines that you can see as a link. That's because they're sponsored, guys. They are sponsored, they've been paid, and they disclose that by checking that mark on their YouTube video that they are sponsored. That's a completely different thing. Therefore, they can put it at the beginning. The companies pay them to have that placement there.
Yeah.
But a regular user who is not paid for it, who doesn't put the endorsement or anything like that in the videos, you're not supposed to put it at the very beginning because it's not what your video is about.
Yep.
That's against the guidelines.
That's right.
And once again, like I said, don't incentivize your viewers to use your links to support, giveaway, contest, to support your channel.
Nope.
This poster that Andrew was sharing earlier is actually have been pinned on our Discord for forever. So if you are on our Discord and you go to our question and tips tab, you're going to be able to see it as pinned comment, and you're going to save it for yourself for your own information there as well.
Like our draw that we have each night about the random comment. Do you notice we never say, oh my God, make sure to subscribe and leave a comment there so we can pick them? That we don't. We take comments that are already there into it and stuff like that. It's okay to celebrate and reward people who are watching you. You cannot incentivize for them to purchase and or become supporters of you, in short. Great information here. Thank you so much, Alex. Hope you're doing fantastic. Always great to see you. I like what Brian S. said. Always be genuine on your channel. Even if you are 100% amateur, it's better to be genuine than fake. People are not stupid. Your colors will eventually show through. Be yourself. It works. Exactly. People are, it's not as easy to spoon feed people. I always brought the example, funny, they're coming up tonight more and more, of Kiss back in the 70s. I remember I had a magazine article before they went with no makeup. And it was Ace Frehley with the guitar in front of his face getting off a plane. It's like, I'm doing this for your own protection. You could do so many. Imagine today, we're abandoned and we hide our face. Well, that was a fun 16 minutes till they expose you with every social media you ever had. It doesn't work that way. Audiences aren't so gullible anymore and that. And, yep. it shows through. Hot Rod Rodney, how are you? Welcome, welcome, welcome. How are you doing? And Junk Pick once again is in the house. What a rad channel. That's right.
Yeah,
That's right.
thank you.
Do appreciate it. Junk Pick is using the custom emojis that are available, folks. If you haven't, we had a great turnout of joiners tonight and always looking for more. Our memberships are really starting to take off. And if you haven't had a chance to look at them yet, there's a link there. Definitely make sure to go check them out. There's Console Fix and Jalen all using the custom emojis as well. So check them out. You guys are absolutely awesome. Camping with Clammy, how are you? Welcome. Hope you're doing fantastic tonight. Ben Bird-Person, who is the very first person to ever become a member on this channel. There
Yes, always will be like that.
Yes, exactly. We're always proud of that. We'll always remember that. And it's proud to have each member there. And if you're not already, folks, we're getting a great turnout. There's going to be some great unlisted live streams going on in there and some other great things coming up in the very near future. So if you haven't had them, and the chance to look at them, check them out. But the residents are probably an exception to the rule.
I don't think I caught the first part of it.
The residents got away with it. I gotta go back. I'm lost now too.
And AB's Kitchen Recipes and Vlogs. How are you doing? Great to be on your live. Thank you for joining us today. Tuesday Tech Talk, answering the questions today.
How are you, AB? Hope all is well with you.
We have a couple more questions.
Okay.
We're getting through those questions here. The next question was from up north of 60. Asked yesterday, what do you recommend for the ideal video length?
Oh, yes, that's right. Well, they're getting longer. They are getting longer for the bigger ones, and it's a pretty big channel, so I think you pull it off. It's already got a good following. Longer, as long as you can keep it interesting. I mean, a lot are going up and now into the 20-minute mark and stuff like that. I do think a lot of the bigger channels are poisoning themselves to start taking on more of a TV format and length to as they see where YouTube's starting to go. That's a lot easier for bigger followers with a really dedicated group behind them. It's harder when we're up and coming to keep people's attention that long. Still, the 10-minute, 10-15, but it's going to be interesting. If it's not interesting, you're better off with a 4-minute video that leaves people wanting to come back another day than 4 minutes and then 6 minutes followed of pure boredom just for the sake of killing time, because people will pick up on it. As Brian Estes was just talking about, savvy viewers. Nobody wants their time wasted. They will pick up onto it and they won't come back. So nobody wants their time wasted on here. So, 10, 15 minutes is a good one, but that is starting to change more and more with especially the bigger YouTubers. They are going up to 20, some of them 30 minutes or more.
Yeah, and YouTube actually have been releasing some of the data, Google itself, that it actually prefers longer videos if you can sustain them, as Andrew said, because it can place more ads on them. Obviously, the more friendly for commercials it is, the better it is. And they also have been stating that they want to be replaced, to be a better version of TV.
Yeah, exactly.
So it definitely shows that longer videos actually have more views and more suggestions on YouTube as well. That means that YouTube is pushing longer videos more as well. But Andrew is so right. To sustain that retention of the watch time is the hardest part. It's not the length of it, really.
It's hard to do it for 10 minutes when you're not set up for it, and they're doing it day in and day out with no distractions, solely focusing on what they do. And a lot of them with extras to help now in the editing, etc. and that. It's not easy, that's for sure.
The timestamps were for the longer videos. Yes, and timestamps, in fact, help you for Google, especially with its crawler now being able to checking your timestamps and the titles. It actually come up in searches, so you can optimize it for Google search as well that way.
Exactly, Alex Express. That's why I agree with you. The 10 minutes 5, but it is starting to change. And the 10 minutes went in because of the big YouTubers were going into that realm to get the second ad out of it. But now that's even starting to change more and more, and the trend is leading to a lot longer than that.
Yeah.
Because YouTube has stated that they want to become, like Xenia said, to take out Netflix, so they do want to join the TV stream more. So a lot of the bigger YouTubers are starting to set themselves up more towards fitting into that niche, that maybe their shows can eventually be packaged easier as shows if need be to grow with YouTube. Also a lot more ads into it as well and everything. Just that it's extremely, extremely hard to do. It's really hard. It's not an easy feat. You think about it, 21 minutes, that's not long. God, I've watched a show like that and 21 minutes has just blown by. but when you get into content and engaging content, and remember that they have a following that's big and dedicated to them, and they'll see it through, because usually what they're doing is they're expanding more on the original content that would have been 10 minutes. They're basically reaching out for it. They have to still keep engaging hooks, but they're spacing them out between more conversation. And that's not an easy feat to do. They have a very more understanding audience because of their size. So just because it's going that way doesn't mean you need to jump on that bandwagon yet. Once you commit to it, it is a big commitment and not an easy one. Hey there, Faye M. How are you? Great to see you. Hope you're doing fantastic. And Brian S. want to say thank you. I've been putting your tips into action best I can. The channel is growing slowly but surely. Having fun. You guys rock. Well, thank you so much for the super chat. Do appreciate it. And the kind words. And I mean, you're the one doing the work, so hats off to you. And realizing that not everything happens in a day. You know, our growth has slowed down a lot over the fall. It's the change with the rounding off of numbers and all these things and that. But we're still having fun with what we do. If it's based solely on the numbers, it's going to be one miserable trek on here. So hats off to you for that. Great. Appreciate the super chat, but appreciate the words more. Thank you so much. I'll express I can bore you into a coma with my 4-hour live feeds. Oh, God. But for the videos, it's really pushing it more towards that side. Rattle Trip Fishing, how are you? Great to see you. Hope you're doing fantastic.
And I finally found the resource that we were referring to, because we have talked about that before. The Pew Research Academy, actually, we're doing the research on the videos, and that's where it comes from, that the longer videos have more preference among the viewers, as well as YouTube itself and suggestions. So it's not just grabbed out of nowhere. It is a Pew Research for that. So check that out.
Put it in a message. Or did you post it, or?
No, I can put it in the messenger if you want to.
Sure.
And I will put that in the link below as well afterwards. You can check it out. And they have been reported. I don't know, summertime around that the longer videos would be better, as well as the head of the algorithm for YouTube have stated that in the interview that we talked about a couple of weeks ago as well. That they prefer more longer videos. So that's something that is misconceptualized. Misconceptualized?
Sure.
Yeah.
That works. There we go.
Yeah. So there you can see, this is a graph for the video length, and it goes higher and higher. So in fact, as more people are doing more or longer videos, the more people are actually watching them as well, because it actually was hard to find longer videos just even a couple of years ago. Most of them were super short, or 10 videos, 10 minutes, Famous PewDiePie ending when he was trying to make it longer.
Yeah, using the Windows fault button for 3 minutes to space it out. But you see, there's the guys that can get with it and be funny. We did it. People get annoyed and unsubscribe. So you got to realize what your audience is willing to put up with as well. Those guys, some of them, you take PewDiePie. I mean, he has some of them, they have over a decade invested in them. They'll go with a lot of stuff that they wouldn't take from us. Farmall says, my sweet spot is 13 minutes for now. That's right. And that's a good thing, to know your sweet spot and be ready to adjust if need be, and not wait to fall behind the crowd. That's a good thing. That's a good way to look at it. So it definitely is. So
yeah, there you go. I will put the link down below in the description, as always. We always do, for the resources as we can, so you can check it out yourself afterwards as well. Next question was for Mary's World, who asked, what would you suggest for cameras and lighting?
Don't break the budget. Don't go over top onto it. That's not necessary. It's not needed. That is as individual to you. Do lots of research, looking around. I mean, we start off with a C922, and that's what in the States retails for about $70, I guess, somewhere off the top of my head. And then we upgraded this year. We went up to the Sony Sony 6400, but it's over time. I finally did the budget for our studio, and I cried a lot of tears. I didn't think it was that far, but nonetheless, it was a lot of fun doing it, and it work with what you got to start. We started with a laptop with my Rode Mic Pro, which has a clip onto it because I used to shoot with a DJI Osmo, and we clipped it onto a set of Allen keys, and we even did our first 60 interviews like that. Yeah. And then just started slowly investing back into it. This fall we went a little heavier, But that was something we had been planning to do, and we've been using when we were getting super chats set up. We've been holding them aside for that, so they helped us out a lot, and just over time. The main thing is you got to have something to watch. I'll keep talking about him till the end of time. Bald and Bankrupt. If you're not familiar with him, he is the pinnacle of not needing a lot to do amazing things on here. A channel, if you've been following us for a while, you probably heard me mention him. He's over 1 million subscribers in the first year. And let me see here, Bald and Bankrupt. Let me get his channel up for you. Oh, he just changed his avatar. There you go.
Very Soviet.
Very Soviet, yes. Bald and Bankrupt, now sitting at 1.47 million subscribers. How old is the channel, you ask? Why, it was June 12th, 2018. So he's about a year and a half into it. How many views has he gotten so far? 182 million. He does not shoot with anything more than a camera on a selfie stick. His lighting is not the best, to say the least. But the story is engaging. What does he do? He's bald and bankrupt. There's a lot of key elements to this. Bald and Bankrupt, very catchy title. Once again, short, rhymes, sounds like any kind of great brand of something you would buy. You like things that are short, easy to remember, fun, it's memorable, it has all those things working for it. Very honest. So, his wife was from from Belarus. He's divorced, he's bald, and he's bankrupt. He's living up to it. So he started traveling to the post-Soviet countries, places where the other tour channels don't go as much, but also bring into it a bit of that British kind of dry wit, if you will, to his commentaries. And an amazing story, an engaging guy that doesn't oversell it. He's not like he's studied for the BBC or anything like that. He's just mostly being him. And I'm not going to play his video, but I'll just show you. Let's see if we can catch a cut scene to show you what an average scene would look like. There you go. It's nothing out of the ordinary. It's not overly done. There's no big color correction. And there he is at over 1 million some subscribers in you got that in a little over a year. Because he's got engaging stuff that people want to watch. And story comes first. It really does. It really does, you know. If that was the case, his video would go nowhere. Like, there he is. Look at, that's bad lighting. He's completely in the opposite direction of where the sun is. For it to work out in his favor and all that, nobody's losing sleep over it. Nobody stopped watching him because of it. Nobody stopped watching just because it's a camera and a dreaded selfie stick, which all the YouTube snobs put their nose up into. Because his audience aren't losing sleep over that because they like what they do. He does.
Have something that you know how to operate, and also remember that HD cameras will emphasize everything you have on your face.
Yes, that's true. That's
everything.
True. There's no secrets left.
So if you want to smooth your face looking, unless you get a camera with that feature on, I would suggest sticking with your web camera.
Also, too, I don't know if he's still in here, Grimeswise, we were talking about collabs. When he was in Belarus, he did a collab with this beautiful lady. She's an Instagram model. Mm-hmm. And it worked so well, they started doing more and more trips together. And that also helped him as well. But he didn't collab with lots, but that one really paid off. So
yeah. That's right.
Yep.
That's right. We have 2 more questions here, and one question was, if you are in lack of content, how do you come up with new content? Space God was asking. I'm running out of content for my channel. What do I do?
Start looking at other people that are in the niche that you do and what they're not answering. Look at the videos and think that left you perplexed. There's something missing out of it. Read up on other sites that are doing in the niche that you're doing. Look for something that hasn't been touched yet. It's always on the quest to find out what hasn't been touched yet. What can you bring to the table the other ones haven't?
And you can always research it on Google Trends and see what is out there that may be something new that you haven't thought in your niche that is there. Now, once again, don't grab the first thing that is trending because you're going to be squished against all the big YouTubers, but something within that subject you can definitely come up with, and there's plenty of ideas with suggested words, suggested questions that people are asking with regards to something that is trending.
Johnny Avani, how are you? Great to see you. Hope you're doing fantastic. Always great to see you.
And we have a question that you are going to like.
Oh, I love that. Sounds up my alley if I'm going to like it.
MS Full Roller Sarah asked, what are some recommendations for dealing with nasty trolls in the live streams?
Ban, and more ban. And when you're out and about and you're in somebody else's live stream, if I was in any one of your live streams, I see somebody being an ass, I ban them right away proactively. We've gotten accused of being too tough with that. We have one moron that's upset, for instance, that we don't let him in, the one that's doing the buying, because he doesn't get to speak his mind enough. Why would you want somebody in running their mouth? If they don't like you, they have a right to say, listen, I'm out of here, you suck, I can't stand you. That's all valid. I agree with that 100%. If you feel you need to say that importantly, go for it. But to keep aggravating your channel in that, ban them. Thank your audience. Thank them for their patience while they're putting up with this in the meantime, because those are the people that are getting you through. Never let them take away full sight of you're there for them, not for the trolls. That's another big one too. I mean, we are human and we get frustrated sometimes too, and you guys have been very good with putting up with it, and the night that's really sucking the life out of us, but we're not dead from it. And you just focus more on the people that count, harsher on the ones that don't count, and for the most part, don't give them any time of day. Don't give them any time to. We have to right now, in full disclosure. Why? Because then they'll do this to us, and then they'll go into a live stream saying, oh, look, they're playing with their numbers. Well, why would we bring our numbers down? Yeah. That's actually what's bothered them a lot, is I started showing when the numbers are going down, because that's killing their theory. That's what's brought a lot of the new age. And the memberships have really stirred them up. That has really been a thorn in their side, because we don't deserve memberships according to them. So I guess they know more than YouTube does, even though we never asked for them. We were given them by YouTube. They are more equated to knowing what YouTube should be doing. So they've deputized themselves, if you want.
There's lots of people that like doing that.
Yeah, so. Exactly.
Sometimes I troll them. Have a good relation with your important audience, and they will take care of the trolls. Yeah, the ones that are coming into the chat and just spamming it with awful comments and stuff like that, definitely. And you guys have been super amazing with that. You're just going to see like a firing squad going through.
Oh, yeah. Every one of them that doesn't like us always comes up with one argument they all agree on to, that they don't like that we have so many mods. They think it cheapens our channel.
We should get rid of them.
Right, because they don't like the way they're treated when they come in. That's one of them that every one of them doesn't like us always comes to that point at some part. Yeah, their channel, I find it has way too many mods into it. Exactly, and guess why they don't like that, I'm here, I'm a troll chaser on my own channel, ignore them. Yeah, we do for the most part. I mean, like the one that's doing this now, that's what bothered it. It's like a child, we would never give it the attention it deserved. I used the term it, by the way, if you didn't hear me using that. And that's why, that's it, just sucking at the oxygen. And then they started making some claims that we had to kind of now acknowledge part of it, just to show them how stupid they are. But nonetheless, they're not the focal point of our evening in that. I'll share something with you. I'll share something with you guys. Hang on one sec. We've been on what, 3 hours now? A little over 3 hours? Mm-hmm. We're at 866 playbacks, because a couple just got dumped again. It's been going on all night. Usually on a 3 hour on a Tech Talk, we should hit about, when we're done views-wise, anywhere from 1,000 to 1,400 on average. On average. And if we had kept going the way things were by now, it should be up to around 1,700 to 2K, the way things were going. We're at 866. Now, they were hoping that we won't go on, and they were hoping that we would just be sad about it the whole night and that. We still had a really good show with a lot of great people. And that's the way you have to deal with it, because, I mean, like for one of them, two of them actually, I seen the family they come from, and it's a lot of explanations right there on Gene Pool. So I would rather celebrate good, honest YouTubers that are in here tonight, asking great questions, than give the time of day to all this disaster. So we still had a good show. We're not losing sleep through it. We've been through this before, and we're still around, and things are still going and that. So by the time that's cut down, that 866 is probably going to be 600. And you know what? So be it. And we're just coming on more. Like, our goal this fall was to cut our shows back. It was supposed to be an hour and a half for anything like spotlight features in that, and then most of the Tech Talk Tuesdays, 2.5 hours for the game stuff and all that. That's exactly what we were planning to do. But they came on. So by coming on and being stupid, they actually got us on more than what we were going on. So instead of getting rid of something that they don't like, they actually brought out more of what they don't like. So it's not really a benefit to them. You know, lots of interesting. Thank you. It was a great show tonight. A lot of interesting questions and great answers, both from you two and from the chat. And that's what Tech Talk Tuesday is. And it was just another Tech Talk Tuesday. That's all. So nothing to worry about there at all whatsoever. And the Happy Canadian says, holy cow, 3 hours. The time has just gone by. It's been such a great live stream. Well, you guys make it what it is. And we thank you for that.
That's right. You know, and at the end, numbers are numbers, whatever it is, subscribers or viewers. We talked about that yesterday, you know, about true fans. We talked about the importance of that, and that's what it's all about at the end.
Well, our memberships, our memberships alone are changing all that, and that's going to give us more time to do more of that stuff inside there, still getting viewed and all that stuff, and stuff that we can actually enjoy more with you guys, back to the way it used to be. So 1.5 hour goal is out through the window. Well, for the time being, we got to keep our views up, to keep our channel running through it by their own doing. If they leave it alone, they wouldn't have had to look at us so much. We're just throwing on odd live streams now and then, wheel and stuff they really hate, like the wheel and the push and push, just to fill up the gaps. So as well, so more stuff they can't stand. I've been editing my video. I let you run for a while without really watching. I hope the editing I hope the editing was going well. Quebec Homestead. Hope it was going great. Ma Truth, how are you? Welcome, welcome, welcome. Great to see you. Hope you're doing fantastic. And help me while I'm editing this video every day. I learn something here with you. Console Fix, thank you so very much. You're such a pleasure to have in here as well.
Thank you. I do like the deep those streams, because you really get a better feel for you guys and such. Thank you. Yes, we do enjoy them a lot. Definitely, we get a better interaction with you guys for sure in the chat, and that's what we like about the memberships now. They're going to be able to have it even more. You know, with you guys a little bit more on a personal level, so to say. So that's something, you know, that we're looking forward to.
Thank you, Troll.
No!
You want to read this one aloud, or you want me to?
No, I don't want to read it at all.
Pixelpia Teaching and Learning. So thank you, Troll. Keep on doing what you are doing. More Pusa Studios for me, LOL. There you go. There you go. Ha ha. That's the attitude. That's the attitude. Thank you so very much. That's awesome. Quebec Homestead, great to hear that. The Trips, how are you doing? Great to see you. Hope you're doing fantastic. Always a pleasure to see you as well.
Thank you so much for coming in here. By the way, I don't know if you guys have checked out our yesterday's live stream. We talked about true fans, and in fact how actually the subscriber count is only important for YouTube algorithm, but is not for success of your channel. So if you're interested in that and how you can get successful even with just a little crowd of people watching you, check out our yesterday's live stream.
That's right.
Super interesting. And I did add 2 resource links down below under the live stream yesterday. So if you're interested a little bit more on what we talked about, you can go and check that out. There's a full interview as well as the essay that it was based on available. And today I'm going to be adding the links of Google as well as of some of the questions that we talked about in the description as well.
That's right, folks. That's right. And the best thing, guys, to help us out with, and we really mean that right now, that gets us through it, is if you like what we're doing, if you guys can just let more of your friends know and come out, because it did hurt a bit for a while with everything that was going on in our discovery with other channels. We've been pounding the pavement on our own, trying to get the word out. If you guys can let other people know what's going on, it does the world of good. It overrides whatever's been done, because once it gets going again more and more, it just picks up momentum. That's what we did the last time, and this time it seems like we'll have to do the same thing. So rather a small and loyal crowd than a big stupid herd.
And as always, I would be jumping into our Facebook group as well for members only. We did discuss yesterday's question in Facebook already, which I love it so much. So we kind of continued the conversation among the members as well. So if you're a member and you have any questions still or just general discussion over on Facebook. If you just joined us today, you can check our community post for members only, where you have a link for our private Facebook group. I'll approve you, and then you could join our conversation there. Looking always forward to that too.
We had a lot join us tonight, folks. We got the Sneaky Fox joined. More Eats has joined. Damon Warren joined. The Happy Canadian became a member as well. David, the producer, became a member. Mandy, Mixed Media Queen, as well. Budget Bushcraft. Actually, they both upgraded tonight to the Wrenched Up Plus, both of them. Thank you so very much. Yeti Mountain Trading joined as well. And Randy Paranormal Investigations. It's great to have all you folks in there. And there's always room for more. Everything Spicy. What is going on? How are you tonight? How are you doing?
Good to see you. And wanting to send out some thoughts to Maniac Variety, who is still in the hospital.
Yes.
By the way, for the latest update as well. So just all our thoughts, and hopefully everything is well.
Crossing
yes,
fingers. So.
Maniac Variety, all the positive vibes going there that way. Everything Spicy, good to see you here. How are you doing? I was listening to the radio today to the guy that was talking about eating all the spicy food, and he is vegan, so you can't really use any milk or ice cream or anything. Everything spicy, go-to food is ice cream when it gets too spicy.
Well, I agree, and that's the thing. When you become vegan, well, you pick that choice, you got to suffer the most.
Yeah.
Not picking on any vegans, I'm just joking. I'm just joking. Everybody has a right to choose.
I was laughing at everything spicy at the time, saying it's just one more reason why to eat ice cream, right? Taking a night off. Well, sometimes it's a good feeling. I get that. A fresh feeling for sure. I'm sure you're missing that a little bit too. Thank you for jumping in here and stopping by, though. Thank you.
Sorry, talking to the trips. Yeah, I was jumping in. I have a bad thing of jumping into other people's conversations in here. I have to learn to just keep my nose out of it. I just have one final thing to say to you, Pusa Studios. Squirrel.
Oh my goodness. Squirrel. There you go. Our custom squirrel.
That's right. When I put a bow on its head for Xenia, there you go. So that's her squirrel. And yes, if somebody looks at it the wrong way, it looks like I whacked it over the head. So you can take it either way.
Pusha pet.
That's our Pusha pet?
Yeah, because Pusha Squirrel was too long. I couldn't name the emoji that way. So now it's Pusha Pet. I know.
Well, you got it. I'm happy. I'd rather it be there than in our house. So
yeah.
I met some very interesting, spicy people through you guys. I truly appreciate the networking you do. I share you out every chance I get. I hope it works sometimes. Oh my God! Well, thank you so much, Quebec Homestead. Do appreciate it. And tell them to make sure when they come over that you recommend them, so we know. Thank you so very much for that.
Thank you. Definitely appreciate, guys, all the shout outs and shares on every social platform that you are. That's what helps us the most. Just join the Facebook group. Thank you so much. Thank you. I will go over after the live stream to approve you guys, because I do have filter system just to get the trolls out, to keep the trolls out as much as possible.
I don't play much anymore. The Happy Canadian. I had trouble with my hands and stuff like that. I picked it up now and then. Actually, we have a thumbnail from the other week we did with it. That was the acoustic, and I picked it up just to do the thumbnail and thought, God, this is dusty and the strings are done. So, and my electrics are even worse at this point. So.
I wish my husband would play a little bit more. I really enjoyed him playing, but I get, especially in winter, it's harder.
Yeah, we'll see. Maybe I still been meaning to set up and run through my mixer. You never know. Maybe I'll start playing a little bit again. Same here. I think I mention you every live stream. Thank you guys so much for that.
Thank you. Do appreciate that. And sometimes you guys shout us out and we don't even know and come across.
Feel awful. Please, if you ever do that, let us know. Please send us. We feel so bad, like from 2 months ago. And somebody's done like a video about us or something like that. Please let us know for sure. We even have a playlist we add them to. So
yeah.
So definitely.
I know Danny Black. He was on a 2-week vacation in Japan, and he plays guitar every day. Well, he came back and he posted a picture on Twitter. He had to get his calluses back on his fingers.
Not fun.
After 2 weeks off, and like it's his job. He's a musician on cruise ships, and he was playing literally 9 hours a day to get it back.
I'll do a YouTube shout out next time I do a shout out video. I usually share you on Facebook groups. I will definitely do. No, but we're not telling you. I hope that didn't come out the wrong way. No, just if you mention video, because we do that sometimes. We'll look around and we'll be tagged Pusa, and we'll find a video, and somebody's done it like 2 months ago where they're telling people. And then we felt bad because we didn't see it, but we appreciate it. But we didn't mean to say to have to do it though.
Yeah, no.
I hope it didn't come out the wrong way. It's nice having a partner that plays music. My husband plays piano every night.
Oh, nice. Yeah.
I wish I would have learned piano. My mother knows, and I mean she's not orchestra ready for symphony, but she does play, and I should have learned. It would have been better. It would even make you a better guitar player.
Oh my! I gotta make an audio bit from this and send your mother.
You can say it now. It's been too late. She's not going to teach me. So
just the fact itself.
All right.
Tomorrow we're gonna have our push, guys.
Yep.
So if you're under 1K, don't forget about that. Set your reminders. We're gonna play our push, and if you're over 1K, you can still come and connect with amazing people in the chat. There's always some new channels going in, so a lot of fun time, just having a relax, what is it called? Hump Wednesday?
Hump day.
Hump day. I never understand why it's a hump
Monday
day.
to Friday, 5 days. Up, around the hump, and then back down to Friday. The hump, the middle of the week.
But what if you start your week from Sunday?
Then you'd be in Europe,
And how do you
we would
have
call
a
it
middle of the week when it's 7 days?
the work week. It's the middle of
It's
the work
5.
week. It's the middle of the work week. 5 days. Up, middle, down. Down.
I still don't get it. I don't understand. And it feels a little naughty every time I see that. Oh, God, on Facebook. Or on Twitter.
You should have seen her
Hello, it's a hump day.
first time she was here in this city. We passed a Jiffy Lube. She's like, oh, they're allowed to say that on a sign? I can still, I'll never forget that as long as I live. That look of shock when we passed a Jiffy Lube. She was mortified, but she couldn't believe you were allowed to put that on a sign.
I still
They're
am.
allowed to say lube?
I'm still a little bit mortified every time I see it on social media. I don't understand it.
Yeah.
So it's a hump day.
That
But that's just my spoiled mind, I guess.
That was awesome. That was a good one. I'll fondly remember that time. So I thought that was so funny.
Josie's Place is here. Hello. A recently joined member
Yes.
as well. Also active already in our Facebook group. Good to see you here.
Hope you're doing fantastic. Welcome.
I really enjoyed getting to know people of our members that are coming into our Facebook group now more and more, because Pixelpia kind of started this introduction thing going on, like introducing about ourselves, and I'm really enjoying that. So
It's great, folks. It's really a great time in there, and it's just going to get better. So I think it's an American thing with work day being weekdays. Yes, exactly, Ben Bird.
that's
exactly.
what they say.
Yeah, that's right.
I don't know.
I think you like the one, the trips. Yeah, no, that was funny. I can remember that every now and then. It will pop in my head, especially when I pass one. But work days is usually not Monday to Friday. Well, I mean, the standard work week here is Monday to Friday, North America. I think I don't know. If it was in Latvia, they'd probably call it Song of the Hedgehog or something like that, and it would make complete sense to it.
They said it started in 1960s in offices and business locations at the time.
There you go. And especially back then, more than ever, that was the most solid of the 5-day work week. The Johnny and his lunch pail and every other bad.
Apparently the term hump day began in 1965 when allegedly Ron Mann coined the phrase while standing around the water cooler at the DuPont plant.
Oh.
Yeah. Then in 1975, J.J. Cale wrote a song called Friday, in which these lyrics are found. Wednesday, hump day, humps days, Wednesday. Over the hump, the weeks have gone. And that's where it comes from. So it actually comes from a song, guys. Live and learn. Did you guys know that?
Yep.
Did you guys know that? J.J. Cale song. Wednesday, hump day. Well, now it sounds a little bit more legit.
There you go. Feel better?
There you go. You live and learn. If you didn't learn anything about YouTube here today, you learned about why hump day is a hump day and where it comes from.
But you see, yeah, like Quebec Homestead said, hump day is middle of even 7 days. It is like in Quebec and in Europe, but then in the rest of Canada and the rest of and all the states, their day actually starts on a Monday, not a Sunday, so then it would be pushed over to Thursday. So that's kind of the tricky one between the two. It depends which calendar you got.
Yeah.
Hey, Diana, SFNG, how are you? Great to see you. And all in the chat, weren't you guys live earlier? Returned, forgot your house keys. And no, we went live. We were getting botted, so we just started a new live right away and been on ever since. And to their dismay, we're still on. So just a bit of turn the screws at the end with them. You don't like them, you get more of them. That's what I've always said.
And Mistful Roller Sarah, do you know that in Sweden, actually, maybe Pixel P knows a little bit more about that, they are trying to reduce the work week and the working hours. So people have actually more balance between the real life and work. I love that. I would love to have 3-day weekends.
And in Latvia, they're trying to get them to work.
For the amount of money that they get in Latvia for the same stuff that they do here, I think they're, I'm not going to even get into that.
I bug her all the time with it. I bug her all the time about it.
You know, lucky people in North America overall, with all the systems in place.
That's right. Where you have an appointment at 10 o'clock that's 30 minutes away, and at 5 to 10 everybody looks
but
and
everybody works under the same conditions there. That's why it's okay.
Yeah.
Custom Wheel Force Tractor, hello?
They have to import their firemen. Otherwise, it's going to be burned to the ground. Should we go put out the fire? In a minute, I just have another pickle, and then we'll go.
Thanks for the knowledge of the hump day. Yeah, see, I didn't know that either. So that's something now I will know and will think about every time. Always laughs at me.
I love
One
it.
of the most hardworking people.
Yes, and no man unbroken said, in Russia, job work you.
The immigrants that go to England and Sweden and other places from Latvia, the employers actually say that Latvian employees are one of the most hardworking people they hire. So, it's all stereotype that has no grounds in the truth.
Alrighty, folks, there you go. There you go. Yes, 4-day work week, 30 to 35 hours full-time work. Yeah. And I do agree with that. It's a more productive week on that. That's what it is. That's been shown time and time again. Dragging it, there's more time for chit-chat, dragging around the water cooler and all that stuff. More focus, better workers, all that stuff. Yeah, I do agree with that. And if you were home after giving birth, 9 plus 6 months paid leave, parental leave.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, here they have it a year. In America, it's super short, I know, in the United States, which is unfortunate.
Quebec goes longer.
Yeah, Quebec goes longer, but on average, it's a year.
CSI Decon, how are you? Good to see you. Yeah, we have a Costco here about 50 minutes away.
Yeah.
We're not members. Haven't been in years. Just never, I don't know.
Did they approve it, PixelPL, already or not? Because I know they wanted to, but I don't know if they already approved it.
And exactly, it does give more job opportunities. It creates more job sharing and stuff like that. Most definitely.
It's such a great idea because you're not productive anyway. You might as well have less hours and have super productive focus time than just drag it on. You made Andrew speechless. Yeah, it's not the first time. Speechless doesn't mean that he's not talking in his mind.
Yeah,
He just continues the sentence.
I'm filtering out. Can I say this
silence.
online or is this?
Yeah. Blow the wheel of shout out horn.
There you go.
You know I
Roused?
can read, yeah?
Yeah.
It's not part of Eastern European. I can read. The shorter week is still a plan from what I know. Okay. Yeah, I hope they do that. I really hope. I think it's going to be beneficial. Scandinavian countries have been so smart in general on the benefits, on social benefits, and on having the productive like social life in general. Not just Sweden, but like Denmark as well as Norway and stuff.
Definitely.
I've really been keeping on top of that. We shouldn't be working to live. You know, like it kind of cancels each other out if you spend all your life working and nothing else is there. But that's just my opinion. Thank you so much for all those horns there. I see. That's Thursday at 1 p.m. Eastern. It is really smart. Yeah, it is. Exactly. People, did you know, guys, that people are actually more satisfied if you give employees a compliment than an actual raise in the salary? Because people actually care more about the benefits of saying a good word to them, about an extra day off, than a money added to the salary. That's actual like worldwide statistics.
Yep.
Which would be surprising, but that's actually how it is. People are not satisfied as much with a salary raise. And I know people are going to say, "Oh, I would like a salary raise," but overall, people are more satisfied when they get patted on the back or they give bonuses instead of salary raise. D-Speed, thank you so much.
We're always kind of in the middle. Like Canada will always be kind of the middle ground between the States and Europe. Almost every law you can think of, almost every kind of lifestyle, national lifestyle, I guess you call it, between all, we'll call Europe, just, I know, don't freak me, it's not a Brexit thing, just to sum it up. We're always going to be kind of in the middle. If you notice that between holidays, we have less than Europe, but more than the States. Just almost every instance that comes up, you're always going to find we kind of, I guess either we can't make up our minds or we got one foot in each place, but cutest couple goes to Pusa Studios from AliExpress.
Oh, thank you.
Love that you listen in when you're driving. That means a lot. I hope you're always safe out on the road and that. Thank you so very much for that. We like to have fun on here. People like praise and really important sounding job titles. Pay doesn't matter. Yeah, that's true. That's true. Lots of people have been bumped up with all kinds of creative title names.
Look how many CEOs are there
I'll
now.
share a little thing with you. When I started, I was a graphic designer for that music company that I worked for. And I started taking a lot more responsibility than the other designers. I became more into the promotions, to the marketing side. The problem was all the other ones had their managers were also the marketing. I was the only one that was doing that. So after some talk, they did give me a very healthy raise, and it meant a lot to me. I was glad to do it. I was putting in a lot more work than the other ones were doing. Not a lot more work, a lot more different areas, to be fair. They worked very hard. But as much as the money was appreciated, they created a new title for it because that job had never existed there before. And that was worth its weight in gold to me because it solidified what I was doing and gave me the chance, because it was hard to be doing what I was doing and, oh, who are you? Well, I'm the graphic designer at such and such. It just didn't work out that, it didn't have the leverage to it. It didn't have, but then they changed it. And they did have some meetings about it and talked about it. They didn't just go throw one at me. And they even asked my opinion on as well towards the end after they had a couple batting around. And it became promotions coordinator. And it really summed up a lot I did. And then after, as I worked up even further and somebody else was taking over more of the graphic duties, I was already into my title. And that meant a lot. It really did. Like I said, the money was greatly appreciated. I'm not going to sit here and say it didn't mean anything. But the title made what I was doing feel that much more like I was making a difference, that I counted, that I mattered, as well as, because sometimes I would get working with the other graphic designers, it's hard to say, well, guys, I need to do this when you're all in the same name tag. So I needed that too to be able to do my job properly. So
I find it, yeah.
I own my own trucking business, so I compliment myself instead of giving myself a raise. Oh my God.
That's a smart move. I find a lot of things nowadays are CEOs. There's so many CEOs of everything. Like you are a one-person company, self-employed, and you are a CEO. Like what? Look at the Twitter descriptions of people. There's so many CEOs there. You would think like everybody is a millionaire at least.
Yeah.
Just because you are self-employed and you own a company, even if there's a couple of people in it, doesn't mean you're a CEO. Like it's just so ridiculous. Everybody now is CEO.
Yeah. And that part has gotten crazy. It really has. It's taken anything the meaning out of it. Ksenia, we're not sure what's going on.
Mm-hmm. Talking about our analytics, The same thing as always. We're talking about that's the same thing going on, Beta Cook. Il Bronca out. I never can pronounce. I'm so sorry. Hello.
Can you just take a second, Il Bronca, and put your name the way it's supposed to be phonetically spelled, so maybe we can stop butchering it on you, because I feel so bad every time you come in here. If you can put it the way we're supposed to be pronouncing it so we get it right and don't keep doing that, because I feel awful. I'm self-unemployed. Pixel Pia says you're a full-time caregiver off the bat.
Yeah,
then
Brandaland, hello, how are you? And we
Console Fit Pix is C3PO. There you go. So
We-
3PO it is.
we prompted Pixelpia to rethink why she moved to US. Yeah, I don't know. Only you can answer.
And Nomadic Unbroken is CEO of Nomadic Bike. There you go. There you go. The titles are out. The business cards are flying. Connections are being made. Rubbing shoulders out here. I like it. EB Ron K. EB Ron K.
EB Ronke.
I hope I'm doing it right.
And what is the other side, though?
EB Ron K. See, I look at it as French, your last name, Otsiel, but I don't know if I'm doing it right. EB Ronke. Now we're still gonna get it wrong. Don't get the wrong idea. We're known for disaster names, but we're gonna try from this point on. I'm gonna make a note of it. I'm copying it right here. I'm gonna try. I'm most likely gonna fail for a while, so be patient with us. But I feel so bad every time you come in. So there we go. I'm saving it in my notepad here with my notes. EB Ronke. I hope I'm saying it right.
EB Ronke.
I remember my manager boss in one of my previous jobs told me to wear heels in my shoes if I wanted a raise. Said it's okay to wear these kind of shoes.
Yeah, it was just sexual
Wow.
harassment, really
Wow.
borderline there. Lots of these things. And it used to be okay to do that. You know, there's so many things that were okay to be asked from the employees.
Unreal. Unreal. And EB Ronke said I was saying it fantastic. So EB Ronke Utiel. I hope. Utushele. Oh my God Almighty. Let me put the last name down then. I was really off on that one. Like I say, it looks French.
Utushele.
There you go. I'm saving that. I'll put a bit of a space so I don't put them all together. There we go, because then I'll really be making a disaster drop. Ubi Ronke Utushile. Utushile. Thank you
I
so much.
apologize for all the mispronouncing.
Yes, my God, talk about butchering it. We murdered your name. Sorry about that. And Mr. Langford, my name is Langford. And y'all can call me any way you want. Love you guys. A ton of love to you, Mr. Langford. Great to see you. Hope you're doing fantastic. I no longer wear those shoes.
I'm Pixel Pizza. If you are hungry, Pixel Pia,
Yes.
you use Pia or Pixel or whatever.
You can tell when we're hungry. It's not hard to pick up.
Maybe it's Pixie. Pixie?
Could be.
Pixie.
Could be. Ask Xenia when this is all done and she has to make French fries tonight. I usually never ask her, but I can tell tonight's going to be one of those nights. So, can you feel it in the air, hon?
What?
Talked about hungry, and I said, ask Xenia. She's going to probably have to make French fries after this live stream's done tonight. I usually don't ask, but I can feel it in the air tonight. Can you? Yeah, she can feel it.
Yeah, I can feel it.
She spoils me.
Well, I haven't had my supper, so I'm all for fry fries.
Fry fries. There you go. You never ate?
No.
Oh, alrighty, folks. Well, we're going to end this then and let Xenia go eat. You guys are absolutely awesome. Once again, folks, we've been on later tonight. Thank you for being here for everything we do and go through and all that stuff and standing by us. Want to keep thanking you guys for it. I know it's not always fun. I know it can be a pain. Believe me, it is for us as well. But brighter days ahead, and you guys always make them amazing. Once again, folks, if you haven't checked it out, there's a link there. We have memberships, and there's going to be a lot of fun stuff going on in there. We got a ton of people already and a lot more we got room for. We're going to have private live streams. You have custom emojis in here, a private Facebook group as well. So if you haven't checked it out, please do. We have a lot of great channels that joined tonight. Once again, a big shout out to them. Want to thank the Sneaky Fox who joined. More Eats joined tonight. Damon Warren joined tonight. The Happy Canadian joined tonight, which is cool after being away for so long. Great. What a great way to jump into it. David, the producer, joined tonight. Manny Mixed Media Queen joined and upgraded tonight, as well as Budget Bushcraft. We have Yeti Mountain Trading, who joined tonight. And Randy's Paranormal Investigations. We're up over 75. We're closing in on 80 members already, folks, and more to come. It really gives us a chance to do better things on here. It really does. It gives us the opportunity to do more fun things in here in a closed group, sans the trolls and all that stuff, and just hang out with you guys. So If you haven't checked it out, I hope you guys will click on the link and see what we have to offer. It's going to be a lot of fun. It's a new chapter of our channel. Happy Canadians want some fries as well. Yummy French fries sound so good. Yes, and we hadn't had them in the house for a while, so looking forward to them. And thank you, Josie Place. Love the Facebook group. That is awesome. It is a great hang. It's a private group for the members to chat and talk, and we hang out in there. So lots of great. And Ben Person, who was our very first member we ever had. Hey there, Jelly Duck. How are you? Hope all is well. Good to see you. Sorry, folks, but we've been on now for 2 hours. That's 4 hours. Excuse me. I forgot to multiply.
I got off the count already.
Yeah. So, but it was great hanging out with you guys, and there'll be more of that going on like that in the private ones as well, folks. Oh, yeah, some McDonald's fries. Oh, my God, yeah. Now you got me driving. I was going to get them made at home, Mr. Langford. What are you doing to me? What are you doing to me? What are you doing to me, bud?
Yeah, I almost got out of it.
E.B. Ronke, thank you so very much. Do appreciate it. Congratulations on the membership. Thank you so very much for that.
And Jellyfish is drinking cappuccino.
There you go.
Guys are teasers all the way through.
That's a really early morning cappuccino, isn't it? It must be what, like 6 in the morning? Something like that around your time? Wow. Good way to kick off the day. And I know you spend a lot of late nights, so definitely will add some fuel to the fire for you. In the meantime, folks, take care of yourself. Okay, Miss Pixel P, I promise to stop talking about food. You got my word onto it. I just lost a bunch of weight, so let's eat. I still have my fat clothes. I am not worried. Mr.
Throw
Langford.
them out. That's a bad thing to keep them.
You're so awesome,
Don't need them
Mr.
anymore.
Langford. It's great to see you. It's great to see you. Take care, folks. Be well. We'll see you very soon. And thank you for everything you do for us, folks. You rock. Take care. We'll see you soon.